You are now tuned in to Hits 92.3, where we take great pride in personal expression of one's feelings, thoughts, or ideals. What you're getting ready to hear on this show are the opinions of the hosts and their guests, and they do not reflect the opinions of Hits 92.3 radio station, the brand, management, staff, their respective advertisers, parent companies, or affiliates. Now stay tuned as this show begins in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Your girl KELZ on Hits 92.3, and y'all know this is my favorite day of the week. It is Whining Women Wednesdays, where we speak on topics generated towards women, the women's growth and development. So today we're going to talk about, I'm excited about this one, y'all. So I just got off of a call. Shout out to Sheen Magazine, and we talked about some things that kind of geared into what we're going to talk about today. So we're going to have a quick break, but before we go to break, I want to make sure that I mention that on Monday nights, we have a live talk show, which is Hits the Connect. And when we come back from break, we're going to talk about just really quickly, because I always like to recap our Monday conversations. Why do men get married? And what's the easiest way to turn down a marriage proposal? We're also going to be talking about my 14 ways of becoming an attractive woman and living an internal high-value lifestyle. People always say I'm glowing. I'm not pregnant. People are always asking me, what is going on? I'm just a happy person, and I'm going to tell what things that I do to make that happen. Then at 12:30, my girl Ashley comes in, and the topic of the day is like, love at first sight, or love bomb, and how to tell the difference between all of them. So we're going to take a real quick break. Again, you are listening to The L.I.C.K Show on Hits 92.3.
I can't believe I let you in and told you all my deepest secrets. You told me I'm expensive, but you treated me the cheapest. Thank God you let me go. I didn't know how much I needed this. I'm so disgusted with you. To think I settled for you. Think I just do what you do. And now your colors are true. Took me a while, but I grew. I'm so disgusted with you. Thank God I dodged a bullet, not an arrow shot by Cupid. You really had me thinking I was dumb, naive and stupid. I'm done with these excuses. You'll never pull me through this again. I almost settled for you. Think I just do what you do. And now your colors are true. Took me a while, but I knew. I'm so disgusted with you. To think I settled for you. Think I just do what you do. And now your colors are true. Took me a while, but I grew. I'm so disgusted with you. There's no discussion with you. I'm so disgusted with you. There's no discussion with you. I'm so disgusted with you. I almost settled for you. Think I just do what you do. And now your colors are true. Took me a while, but I grew. I'm so disgusted with you.
L.I.C.K Show on Hits 92.3, and that is Wiani with Disgusted. I love her voice. I'm looking at her picture, and she looks like she's an older lady. She's got a very strong voice for her to be such a little tiny woman.
Do you know when she talks? She sounds like this.
She talks? And she does not sing the way she sounds.
When she talks, she sounds like this. She was on American Idol.
Really? Shout out to Wiani. All right. So before we went to break, we were talking about our topics that we talk about at Harold's Bar and Grill, which is in East Point in the Camp Creek Marketplace. We're there every Monday night from 7 to 9 p.m. doing a live talk show with Hits the Connect. So Monday night's conversations were, why do men get married? And What is the easiest way to turn down a marriage proposal? Now, we had a couple of guys that actually just came in. One guy just came in to get food. He wasn't even planning on staying and ended up on the panel. His reasoning was for actually both of the guys' reasoning to get married is for love. I assumed because I'm not a guy and I have a lot of male friends that men just happen to get married because the woman really wants it. I always wondered before Monday if a man would ever get married if the woman didn't press it or if she didn't care about getting married. I wonder if a man would ever get married. But I learned that men, one of the guys said he wanted to get married ever since he was a kid. My dad, I had a conversation with him last week and same thing. Ever since he was a kid, he always knew he wanted a wife, kids, and he wanted to be the provider of his household. So yeah, shout out to that. What do you think, Sunshine? Did you learn anything new about men wanting to get married? Their purpose.
So before the actual event, I was told, talking about this question, I was told I don't know enough about men to be telling anybody what I think men think.
Right.
So I'm staying on that right now at
Gotcha.
this point. They said I ain't had enough boyfriends or yeah,
Really?
because I mean, I don't know if you know, but I've only had two actual boyfriends and oh wait. Stop. Okay. I've only had two actual boyfriends and the second one I married.
Hmm.
So technically I don't really know how men might really think. You know what I mean? So I'm gonna start just talking about what I think women how women feel.
I
I'm gonna
mean,
stop
that's
talking
accurate
about
for
men.
anybody. I mean, I would say that I don't care till I'm blue in the face. Like I could have had 500 boyfriends and I have a son, and that, I still can't speak on what men think.
But I think you might have a better foundation
Hmm.
of experiences with different men to have a um baseline of
Okay.
what they might think about. Did you break it?
I did. I don't know how to put it back on there.
Okay.
Shout out to me in the studio. I'm listening to her, but I also broke the mic stand. So I'm over here trying to figure that out and I gave up really, really quickly. Okay, so the other question really fast. What is the easiest way to turn down a marriage proposal? Now the men said that they would prefer to be told in the moment instead of being told yes and then told no later. I purposely was like, I wouldn't want to embarrass somebody that I care about, and I would prefer to tell them later than to tell them in the moment in front of all of our family and friends because I felt like that would have been way more embarrassing. They said, men, the two men that were on the panel said they would be way more embarrassed if you tell them later than to tell them right there in the moment. If a man proposed to you, Sunshine, and you do not want to marry this man, are you going to tell him right then and give him a reason, or are you going to tell him later, have a sit down conversation about it?
So I would hope that anybody who proposed to me would know me well enough to know that if you're gonna put her on the spot like that, you better know she's gonna say yes. Like already have gotten my nails done. Make sure my outfit is cute. My friends is there. Like
Yes.
because if you gonna do it like that, you should have known that I was gonna say yes. If you're gonna do all that. Now, if it's one of those videos like we've been seeing where he pull up to your job and you at Popeyes and he like, "Ooh, do you want to marry me?" I'm definitely about to tell you no on gang. Like
Just because you
ugh.
didn't put no effort
Right,
into
because
it.
you no,
Yeah.
no, there's no way. There's no way. So I do think it depends on the effort that was put into it, how I would say no.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
But I'm definitely not about to pretend. If it's really no for me, I'm not gonna pretend and say yes.
Well, now that I know how men think, because the men said that they would be way more embarrassed later, then I would wait. I mean, I would tell them in the moment because I was just trying to spare that person's feelings and we just have a sidebar conversation. But yeah, I feel like you. I'm one of those people. I'm such a lovey-dovey person. If we're dating, you're already gonna know. You're gonna first of all, you're gonna know what type of ring I would want. You're gonna know how I want to be proposed to, what I want it private or what I want it public. And of course, like me being divorced twice, you're definitely going to have a marriage type of conversation because you're going to even want to know if I even want to be remarried or not.
Because that one couple, she was like, I'm not even interested
She
in
wasn't
getting married.
interested.
And he was like, I want to be married. Like, I'm going to marry this girl
Exactly.
tomorrow if she give me a chance. And
Yes.
she was like,
So
no.
with him really, really wanting to, it could come a point where he's like, you know what? I'm just going to try my luck. And even though he knows that this woman said, I do not want to be remarried because she's divorced, I don't want to be remarried, it's a possibility he might get turned down in the moment.
So that was the other question that I had that I felt like we didn't really get to, right?
Mm-hmm.
If he tells you, if you are told no, why do men feel like the relationship has to end? If you loved me so much that you were willing to spend your life with me, if I just told you I just don't want to get married or I don't want to have a piece of paper, but I still want to be with you, why does the relationship have to end?
Mm-hmm. And I guess because I mean some people are like that. They want the full on package. They want the whole shebang. So that could be the instance of that as well. Yeah, so we're gonna take a quick break and then we'll be right back. We're on the Lick Show, Hits 92.3. Hey, 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 the secret's out. Hits 92.3 is now accepting submissions for brand new shows. That's right, you could become a radio personality right here on Hits 92.3, the real definition of internet radio. You don't have experience? That's okay. You don't live in Georgia? That's okay. You don't know what to do now? Now that's not okay. But your girl is here to help you out. Email us today at hits923newshow@gmail.com and tell us about your potential show with Hits. Again, that email address is hits923newshow@gmail.com. Don't be last. The slots are filling fast. And we are back on the Lick Show, Hits 92.3. So look, people are always asking me why I glow, why I'm so happy, why I have the friends that I have, why people respect me the way that they do. I always just simply assume this is because I'm so transparent and I tell a lot of my business. But I'm learning this a lot of other things. Shout out to my boy Condi. Condi said a couple of things that was here the other day when he was here. And I was like, dang, I didn't even know. Like, you just never know what people think of you versus what you think of yourself. And again, I always say this, like, I don't have low self-esteem or anything like that. But I'm just be like, I'm just KELZ. Like, I'm just me. It ain't nothing extra special, but other people would think that I'm extra special. So I took the time to write down things that I do for myself and things that I am currently working on to improve myself. And these are ways to be an attractive woman and live a high value internal life. And this is not to get a man, but I always say this. This doesn't necessarily have to be something to get a man, but if you move in this type of way, the type of man that you want is going to be attracted to you without you having to do things to try to impress a man. Impress yourself and the men will come. So that's for all my single ladies out there. All right, number one, be confident. I am overly confident sometimes. I walk with my head up. I don't care about going live sometimes and taking braids out my hair. My hair is matted, dirty. I don't care about going outside in joggers and some sweatpants. I don't wear makeup. I hate getting my makeup done. Makeup is awesome for those that love it, but I don't need it, so I don't wear it. I don't feel like, even when I'm doing this, I don't feel like I need to put makeup on. But I do love the way that I look when I do. So just be overly confident in who you are as a person and let it come from the inside out. Number two, smile more. I smile a lot. Sometimes people be like, I need to work on not smiling so people will take me more serious. Again, I associate with people that are for me. So if people aren't for me, then they're just not for me. I'm not going to ever just stop smiling. But I know some women have the rest of bitch face. And they literally walk around like that, and people find them hard to approach. I'm very approachable. Sometimes that could be the issue because I smile. So if you don't smile enough, smile more. Number three, I just kind of touched on the balance between makeup and no makeup. People want to get to know the real you, and sometimes seeing you barefaced, seeing you dressed down, seeing you in tennis shoes and flip flops, you don't always have to be made up everywhere you go. So people want to learn and get to know the authentic person. Come, come exactly how you are. Shout out to them on my live, said that part same. Number 4, speak in a softer tone. I went to this event a couple of weeks ago, and that's why I added this to my list. And it was a guy that were talking to women about relationships and what men want and what they want, what he wanted to go back and tell men that women want. And the women were like, men don't do this and he needs to listen. If he don't do, and they're neck rolling and yelling and screaming. So just learn to have a softer tone when you're talking to anybody, not just the opposite sex. Have a softer tone in business, have a softer tone with your kids. Cussing, I cuss around my friends, I do not cuss at my kids. I do not cuss my kids out. I do not cuss at my mate. I try not to cuss my mate out. So just your tone and the words, and the words that you use. Sunshine, why you make that stank face? You because
Cause I be trying so hard. And it's like if Nana Lane ain't standing next to me, I'ma say it.
well, pretend Nana Lane is standing next to
I
you
do.
when them
I
kids
really
get
try.
to
I
you.
really do try to. And then the soft tone, I know that if I like you, it
Hmm.
automatically turns into the soft tone. I refuse to have that soft tone with just any regular person because
Why?
no, I feel like that's special. Like that's how you know you my man.
Well, I'm just talking about in general. So these aren't all just to get a man. This is just to have a high value internal lifestyle
No,
where you're
no,
glowing from the inside out.
yeah, no. My other voice is my business voice. Like my
Gotcha. So
like I
everybody gets the business voice.
right. Like you have a well, my homegirls get that, what's up, friend.
Hey,
But
friend.
yeah, but most people, even when I'm out and about, like if I'm just out and I'm with my kids and I'm whatever, if
Hmm.
somebody says something to me and they're like, "Hey, you have the radio show," it automatically becomes, "Hey, yes, hi," and I start talking in my
Gotcha.
radio
So you put your
voice.
work voice on.
Right.
And
So
then,
for
so if
me,
you like the person, you put your
it's a
soft
softer
voice. Okay,
voice.
I got you.
Right, right. It's different words that are
Uh
used.
huh.
It's a soft voice. It's even the way I make eye contact and stuff like that. Everything changes up for that person. I can't do that in a
Gotcha.
regular everyday setting. It's
Well,
that's
try it for 1 week. Try something different for 1 week.
then
Because I
everybody gonna be
am.
wanting a hug. And I'm
Well, I
not
was about to say
see?
my personality, and I literally, when you said that, I was waiting for you to finish. My personality matches my hug style.
Yeah,
When you
see.
meet Kels, I'm like, hey, how you doing? Female. She can be like, are you Kels? The first thing I'm gonna do is give you a hug. I'm smiling and I'm probably high pitched. I just I'm like that. I'm soft tone with everybody.
Sometimes
You're
I
never gonna
hug.
see the hard or hear the hard tone in me unless you bring it out of me.
Sometimes I hug, but I've got a really great handshake.
I don't want to touch your hands.
I've
That's
got a
why
really
you want to know
strong.
my real reason for hugging?
No, I know.
Because I don't know where your hands been.
Yeah.
People digging their nose when they in their car. They
Mhm.
think nobody looking. They
Mhm.
use the bathroom. They don't wash their hands.
You're right.
You never know where people. You have to use your hands all the time. You don't use your chest for nothing, right? So when I hug you, my hands are still my hands, and I don't have to pick up any germs that you had. That's my initial reason of hugging, and I just feel like it lets you know that, and honestly too, because they always feel like pretty girls are mean or pretty girls are stuck up. So when I
Mhm.
hug, it lets women's guard down, like, oh, she's cool.
Mhm.
Because I am. I'm not like that. Next one. Smell good. And I know that sounds crazy. Everybody's like, I take a bath every day. I wear perfume every day. I don't care what I have going on. I don't care who I'm going to be around. I love perfumes that has like a fruit or a flowery smell. It has to be some type of girly fragrant. I don't like strong smells, so I'm like very particular in perfumes that I like. Body sprays, body oils, just things that make you smell good outside of just soap and water.
Do you reapply often through the day, or is it like
I
just one
do.
for the day and then you're kind of done? Because I feel like I go nose blind and then I'm steadily applying, and then all
Hmm.
of a sudden it's like, oh my God, who is that smelling like that?
No, no, no.
Like, how
I
do you
do.
know?
I do in the morning, and because I host at night, if I don't go home and like take a shower and change up,
Mhm.
then I refresh because I feel like I can't smell. Like you said, I can't smell it. But the last time I put it on was 9, 10 o'clock in the
Okay.
morning. So yeah, I might do that. Let's see. There's something else I wanted to make sure. Okay, so I read this from a podcaster, and it is the most disgusting taste. But chlorophyll, I add that to my water, and that's like a it's like a body deodorant for it's for your pores.
You
And
taste the chlorophyll?
I don't like it.
You're
I don't
putting
like
too much in it
water. I don't
then.
like water at all. But then adding something that's not sweet or yeah, like I usually like lemons or some type of fruit in my water. So putting that in it just made the water even more disgusting.
The chlorophyll shouldn't have any taste, babe. And if it's really dark green, you're putting too much.
Gotcha. It's
Just
absolutely too much then
yeah, no,
because
you
it's
just
green.
no, it just you just need a
The
little.
little drop.
Yeah, you
Okay.
putting too much. You shouldn't take. It shouldn't taste.
Or maybe because I'm seeing green, I'm like, ew, this is nasty. I drink water like crazy and I hate it every time. The next one, how much time we got? Okay. Have a sense of humor. Again, that goes along with the rest in bitch face. Some people don't have a great sense of humor. Laugh sometimes. Like if somebody says something, even if you don't think it's the most funny thing, add something to it or tell a joke so they know that you're human. I hate when people take life too serious. You're saying something and they're like, "Oh no, that's so mean or that's inappropriate." You're like, "Oh, I want to talk to them because they take life too serious." So have a sense of humor. The next one, I know a lot of women probably gonna be like, "Ugh, be feminine." That goes again with adding everything that I just said. Smile, softer tone, being catering and nurturing. Like even you can be catering and nurturing to your friends, catering and nurturing to your spouse, catering and nurturing to your kids. It's just a way that you move with your friends. Your friends needs help with something, help them out, or you show up at their things that they have going on and dress up sometimes. That goes to my next point. Put effort into your appearance. Now this is for the wives and the long time girlfriends. And this is something that I don't care how long I've been in a relationship, I am never going to get comfortable in how I look for my man. And not even just for him, but while I'm in a relationship, however I look prior to, I have always, again, I was married for 14 years at one point, never let myself go. I was married for 8 years at one point. I never let myself go. I'm always make sure that my nails are done. I'm gonna make sure that my hair is done. And if I can't get my hair done, I have a wig so that I never have a bad hair day. I have a ton of wigs. So put effort into your appearance.
Okay, I have a question.
Yes, ma'am.
What if you're not like a snazzy dresser? Like, what if you're not a fashionista? What if you're not one of those put that shit on type of girls? Like, how do you do it then? If you're
Tiana Taylor hardly ever wears dresses.
yeah, but no,
And
no, 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 no. You cannot use her because
I
she
have to
is still
because
fashion. She be ate down.
well, whatever your fashion, I'm not talking about going into somebody else's fashion, but throwing your hair in a bun every single day. And if you used to wear makeup, now you don't ever wear makeup. You don't ever dress up. Like, and when I say dress up, I'm not talking about put a prom dress on. I'm talking about get out of the clothes that you wore this morning, even if you're sitting at the house. If you work from home and you got your robe on all day, and the man comes home and he's still seeing you sitting in your robe later on in the day, put some clothes on, put some effort into looking like you're going somewhere. And I'm not talking about going to the Fox Theater. I'm talking about you're actually leaving the house and be presentable for somebody. Make sure your man is still getting those same things that you would give to social media in the way of your appearance. Big on
Okay.
that. Huge.
Okay.
And that's really me. That's for myself. I'm single and I still try to make sure I look my best no matter what. Let's see. Number 9, minimize a stressful lifestyle. I have to work on when people ask me how I'm doing or how I'm feeling. I am so quick to say, "Oh, I'm tired. Oh, I'm stressed out. Oh, this. Oh," I'm always giving them the negative side of however I'm feeling. And I, over the years, have been forced into delegating. Shout out to Sunshine, Tay, my son, and Judy, my girl. I have always felt like I can do and I have to do everything because if I don't, it's not going to get done. I was over the years have learned that that is absolutely not true. You give somebody a task that you trust and they trust you and they have the same vision, they are going to make it work. Even when it comes to the house, trust your kids can take over responsibilities, and if they can't do your kids, you know what you can do. So start to delegate tasks, decompress. If you have, and with me, I take a nap every single day. And not because I'm only always tired. It's because I literally schedule time. So I just told shout it again to She Magazine. I was telling them earlier this morning that I literally block out time throughout my day to take a nap. I don't care what's going on. I don't care how busy the day is. I'm going to find time within a 24-hour span to take a nap because I need to rejuvenate. I need to make sure that I'm good and I have the energy. And I'm not going to run my well dry for anybody. So I take my naps. This is the thing to the parents who have kids that are in 50,000 sports and you are stressed out. You're working all day. You're running the kids to practice. That they got piano on Monday. They play soccer on Tuesday. She's in gymnastics on Wednesday. Let some of that stuff go. And I know you're like, no, no. When my kids, I want to make sure my kids have the best of life. When those kids get older, they're going to move out and they're going to leave you and you're going to be looking crazy. You're going to be looking stressed. You're going to be 30, 40 years old looking 80. So don't put them in everything at the same exact time. Make sure you're making time for yourself. All right. So minimize the stressful lifestyle. Number 11 through 14 kind of goes with everything prior to that is what you do for yourself and a man can attract you. Now, the rest of them I added, if you uh, become attractive to a man like that and you get him, these are just a couple more ways to keep him because everything I said above will be ways that you can keep him. Number 11 is be attentive. Make sure you ask him how he's doing. I know that's something that people lose the art of because if I ask a man how he's doing, he's like, "Uh oh, what do you need?" I'm like, "No, I genuinely want to know how you're feeling, how you're doing, how your day is going, what's going on at work, what's going on with your mom, your dad." I literally want to know, and I'm always invested on getting to know the person that I'm with more and more. So ask that man how he's doing. Ask him what he needs. If you're out somewhere, fix it. This used to be, I used to be so against this, is crazy. Fixing a man's plate. I felt like that was slave work. And now I'm rushing. Like, if you touch my man's plate, we probably gonna fight. So fix your man's plate. Open doors for your man. And when I say open doors, I'm not talking about going into a restaurant. If you have a man that opens your car door and you let that man go around to his side and open his door, you're trash. I'm just gonna say it. You are trash as a woman. The feminine side is also being chivalrous. I'm a very chivalrous woman. The energy you put into me is the energy that you're gonna get back from me. So if you open my car door, I don't care how cute I look, I'm gonna reach over with my little arms to a point where I'm probably gonna break a sweat trying to get to that door handle, and I'm gonna open the door from the inside to make sure that he gets in and he doesn't have to touch that door. All right. So make sure, ladies, you are opening the door for these men. When you're going into establishments and a man gets to the door first and he opens the door for you and there's some type of line that you have to form, offer to let him get his spot back because he was nice enough to open the door for you. And say thank you. Women literally feel like men are obligated to open doors, to get up from seats, and all of that stuff. So just to touch, because Sunshine was looking like, what? If you, let's say we're walking into, I don't know, we're going into Chipotle and you open the door for me, but you were there first. And I walk through and I just go get in line. Somebody brought that to my attention one time. They was like, dang, like that I shouldn't even open the door. It was a post. The man was like, damn, if I wouldn't have opened the door for that lady, then I would have got the last bowl that they had. And I was like, dang, I never thought about that. Like, you're taking somebody's place when they open the door for you, and that's just a kind gesture. So ever since that day, if a man opens the door for me and we have to form some type of line, I offer for him to get in front of me. 9 times out of 10, he's going to say no, but I still offer that just as a form of chivalry and reciprocation for him opening a door that he didn't have to open.
I think my face was more so because I was thinking of it like he was already with me, like we were together
Oh
and he was
no, well
opening the
yeah,
door.
I mean yeah.
I didn't think about it as if he was a stranger, but thinking about it like that, no, that totally makes sense. And I think I probably do be like, go ahead, go.
Mm-hmm.
I'm more so the person that might, if there's 2 doors,
Yeah,
if he opens the first door for me, I might go ahead and open the second door for him.
I'm not doing that.
It just depends. Like a
No, I
stranger,
feel you.
a
I'm not
stranger,
opening.
a
I'm not
stranger.
touching
I
the
might.
door.
I might. A
For a
stranger, I might.
stranger, I will probably go and open the second door.
Right.
Unless he is one of those people like you better not touch that door. But if we are together,
I'm not
I don't
touching
care
either.
if it's 3 or 4 doors.
I'm not
I'm gonna
touching none of
stand and
them.
wait.
Yeah, yeah.
Even if you my homeboy, I'm gonna stand and wait for you to open that
Yeah,
door.
no, that's us being together.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
we can't. We know each other.
Yes.
I'm talking about a all out stranger. Yeah, like if I was just like when
Well, I
you go
mean,
to
if
the
he
mall.
gonna open that door, he might as well open the next door.
Yeah, but see now I'm standing here waiting for you to
Come
open
on,
the door
sir.
for me. And that's the weird part
That's
because
the
I got somewhere to
feminine
go. I'm
side.
trying to go. I'm just holding for you. Like, thank you for holding the first one. I'll hold the second one.
I'm
Let's go
good,
ahead and
love.
keep it moving. But if we're
If
together,
he's letting other people in too, then yeah,
if we're together though,
he's opening the door.
oh, I'm waiting.
Now you could be a complete stranger. If you open one door, you might as well open the second. Unless he's like letting a bunch of people in and I gotta go. But if he's just like you waiting for me to come to the door, then you're probably gonna feel disrespected if I touch that second door. So let me just be this woman and allow you to open the door. And again, that goes back to my 7th point of being feminine. I can't do nothing. These are broke. They don't work. they don't work. All right, let me rush through because we're tapped into our other segment. Be attentive. Okay, so now this is when you get the guy's attention. He has taken you out on a date or two, and you like him too, but you want to be like, I don't want to move too fast. I don't want him to know I like him. Ladies, stop doing that. Stop expecting a man to chase you. I had to stop doing that. Stop expecting him to chase you. If the feeling is mutual, do not make it unnecessarily difficult for him because he's going to lose traction. He's going to lose attraction and it's going to create some type of doubt like maybe she doesn't like me the way I think that she likes me. Or he's going to be like she's playing games. So if the feeling is mutual, stop expecting these men to chase you. Number 13, don't be a pushover. This is like when you get the man's attention and y'all are dating. Keep your high quality values within yourself. Do not allow yourself to be disrespected. Don't start acting a certain way because you don't want him to feel a certain way. And these are things that I have literally been working on recently is keeping my high value on what I want for myself. So I had to stop being like, oh, it's okay if I'm not okay with something. This literally just happened yesterday. I said a couple days ago that I was fine with something that I really wasn't fine with. So I had to go back and retract and was like, you know what? I'm not fine on that. This is what I want. And he was like, shit, cool. Thank you for telling me. Yeah, me too. And I said this. Some of the things on this list, like 99% of the things on this list, I already do. I embody, and I don't have to practice. It's just what it is. But the pushover, I'm definitely a pushover, and I just want other people to be comfortable. I don't want to rock the boat. I don't want to be nagging. I don't want to do any of this stuff. So I'm always going to say, "Oh, it's okay," or "It's fine," or "We can figure it out." No, I don't like that. I don't want that, and this has to happen before that happens. I'm standing on it. The next one, number 14, is major. Be selective in who you date and who you keep. So if you are with somebody who is treating you like crap and the world knows about it and they know this is a crappy person, then any potential mate is not going to respect you because they already see how you disrespect yourself by allowing this person to disrespect you. So they look at that. They look at those type of things. If you got a man that has kids on you, it got a man that don't take you nowhere, he don't do nothing for you, he don't claim you, all of this stuff, and they know you are his woman. Men do not respect women like that. So be selective in who you date and who you keep. So those are my 14 ways to be an attractive woman and live a high value internal life. We're going to take a quick break and then we'll be back with my girl Ashley and we'll be talking about like, love at first sight, or love bomb, and how to tell the differences between them all. We'll be right back. Lick Show.
All right, so Slim, you still got the way. All right, Sonya playing what up though? Kenny Misfit, what up though? Yeah.
Two eye, bitch. Two eye, bitch. What? Two eye, bitch. What?
I'm in the clouds when I'm with you. Girl, what's your name? I hope this don't offend you. Tastes like cocaine. I didn't think I'd get you. I get so high now I'm feeling for you, baby. Where's the lie?
Baby, no roses of wine. Hallelujah. This feels like love, like love.
Ribbons in the sky, they fall on you. This feels like love, like love.
Right on it, boy, I send you out of reach when I ride on it. What you lacing in my weed? Put my life on mine. Boy, you know just what to do. Baby, I can't wait to get to you.
It's a vibe and a function. Is that tribe or there's something? Where this shit was about dead, girl. Till I end up coming out rap like I signed a dungeon. Yeah, like big boy Dre now. Try to kinda look like Bay now. I'ma shoot my shot like Jay now. Shit, I shoot like right now. Home team girl like straight now. On God, little Lord to make a way now. You be scared, go to church like gay now. But ain't scared, I'm with a DJ now. She said I pass on my heart, we can blade now. But I like them blocks, okay now. Shit, I shade them. I said, girl, your love is so guitar. Now let me play on that. I play your favorite song, Art Clash, let me stay on that. I knew it was a smash when I featured Sonya Blade on that. 4 years later, caught her up and hit replay on that. Girl, I had you spending all your funds. Hit you with this rock and you think that I'm cheating Peter Gunn. Say some shit like, nigga, did you smoke crack before you came over? You remind me of my G, but I just Range Rovers. Dog that pussy, I don't really care, I just want you to come around my way. I know I got a lot of mouth that'll make you scream, God. Find your face, ain't he good? Yeah, think I like it better around my face. Get your top 8, I think I like it better around my space. Tano, anyway, white lines, black glove, opposites attracting here. I just brought the pack in here, and I rock this hard drive computer, don't get hacked in here. 2i tribe on God, blade, we snapped in here. Willie and baby.
Roses of wine. Hallelujah. This feels like love, like love.
Ribbons in the sky, they fall on you. This feels like love, like love.
Right on it, boy, I send you out of reach when I ride on it. What you lacing in my weed? Put my life on mine. Boy, you know just what to do. Baby, I can't wait to get to you.
Body image and positivity are major impacts in today's society. At Nurse to Beauty, we believe in bringing the beauty from within to the forefront. For those of you who are planning to have cosmetic surgery, Nurse to Beauty is ready and available for all of your postoperative needs. My name is Dontricia Dunham, and I am the registered nurse and owner. I have over 10 years of experience with emergency medicine that has aided me in giving quality medical care for cosmetic surgery clients. We specialize in a number of safe and effective options and solutions to help you achieve your ideal body image. Have a one-on-one virtual consultation via phone or private suite location. Have your lymphatic therapies and all other postoperative needs performed by a licensed medical professional. Mobile postoperative services are also available upon request. Not interested in cosmetic surgery at this time? No worries. We also provide an array of body modification services to fulfill all of your beauty enhancement requests. We understand how costly aftercare can be after a cosmetic surgery. Ask about our affordable payment plans today with instant approval and no hard credit check. Log on to www.nurse2beauty.com for more information. Call or text 404-849-0260. For education, client transformations, and reviews, follow all of our social medias at Nurse to Beauty. See you next time.
L.I.C.K show on Hit Sunday 2.3 with my girl Ashley. Hey, girl.
Hey, KELZ, how you doing?
I am good. How's your week been so far?
It's been good. I can't complain.
No complaints. I ain't
Nope.
got no complaints either. I just love. See, this is my favorite day of the week. I do this show every day, but Wednesday is always my favorite.
Why?
Wine and Women Wednesdays with my girl Ashley. And we just be talking about nothing bad about men, but we talk about men and our experiences. So that's the good thing. So the topic today is like love at first sight or love bombing and how to tell the differences between them. You think you've experienced all of those in your dating life?
I have.
You have?
Yeah.
So I think I've always just mainly 99% of the time been love bombed.
Really?
Yep.
That's
feel
how
like
you
I've
stay
been-
married. Okay.
I feel like I'm always love bombed.
Oh, okay.
So I was I was listening to a podcast last night. And he was giving like some differences between all of them. But
Mhm.
it's so scary because they're all similar. But then you can kind of tell like it has to be little specific details to tell if you're being love bomb versus not being love bomb. Because sometimes I would call attraction to me or doing something nice for me a
Mhm.
love bomb. And it's like, no, that is when a guy likes you. And I'm like, oh dang, I done got them all mixed up. So maybe we
Right.
need to talk about it. Look how she
Okay.
looking. So they always say like any man that has a genuine interest in you is going to want to call you, text you, want to see you.
Mhm.
Everybody will do that. The love bomber is going to be persistent in it, like kind of pushy and
Like
forcing
pushy,
it.
yeah.
Yeah, and they want to like all within the first week or two. It's like, when can I see you? When can I see you? When can I be around? Like, can I call you? Can I call you? Text me.
I don't like that though.
Mm-mm.
That's too much.
I don't like it. And I didn't notice the difference because even if a guy, like if I go on a date with a guy
Mhm.
and then he wants to see me the next day, I'm already like, uh-oh, this is about to be a love bomb. And no, he just genuinely might want to have an interest in you.
Right. So I don't mind that. But if you require too much attention from me,
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, wait, we doing too much. Like,
Now, do you feel like too much attention in the beginning or in general? You don't like a lot of attention?
in the beginning,
Okay.
like if you require too much.
Mm-hmm. Of wanting to see you and calling and texting?
Yeah, like I had a situation with someone that I was just seeing, and I think he went out of town, but he was like on the West Coast, and we're on the East Coast, so the time difference is crazy.
Mm-hmm.
And he had an issue with like the police, so he was calling me like in the middle of the night. Well, you can't call me at 3, 4 in the morning because I'm up at 5, 6 o'clock with my kids, so I'm asleep,
See?
and I'm not
No.
answering the phone because I am asleep.
Yeah, don't do that. I
And
don't
the
like that
next
anyway.
and the next day I called him back, and he had blocked me.
Oh,
So I was just like, okay. So like I
'Cause you
left it at that.
no.
So like a couple of days later, he called me because I guess he unblocked me. He was like, "Yeah, I blocked you because you weren't available, and I had an issue with the police."
See?
Sir, I'm not the cops.
See, nope.
I
Nope,
can't
nope,
help
nope.
you.
And you already telling me your argumentative style. I ain't got time
Yes,
for that.
and I don't have time for childish games.
I don't either.
I
I
got
get blocked
kids to
all the
play
time,
with.
so that's the funny thing.
That was my first time ever getting blocked.
Girl, I stay getting blocked. Guys always block me,
Really?
and I don't understand.
That was my first time, KELZ, getting blocked, and guess what? I wasn't even mad.
You're like, oh well. So I asked one guy because we're still cool now, and I was like, what was his reasoning for blocking me? He was like, because you didn't care, you went on about your life, and I didn't want to see like certain things you were doing. So my daughter was driving my friend's car because she was learning how to drive, and he knew it wasn't my car. And he was like, I just felt like Kamora was in a dude's car, so I just blocked you. I didn't want to see you move on and doing this, that, and the third. And I'm like, what? So now I'm knowing how they are. And again, I say this all the time. If I'm dating you, I'm
Mhm.
probably getting over you while we're still together, so that by the time I'm done, peace, get out my face, then
Get
I can
over
be
with.
friends and it's cool. Like I have no type of nothing towards you, and we can be cool. And
See,
I think
can't
that
just be cool. So like I can be cordial, but I can't necessarily be cool with a person that I've dated, depending on how we split.
yeah.
So the depending on how like we split up is going to determine if me and you are cool or not.
And that's the that's the green flag. I'm the red flag because I don't mind being cool with an ex, and most men don't want their woman being cool with their ex.
Cause so that's why I say it depends.
Mhm.
So like my kid's father, we're gonna be social. We're
'Cause
gonna
y'all
be cool.
kids,
We're
yeah.
right. But a lot of men try to spin the block. I don't have time for that. They be trying.
Again, once I get over you, it's hard to
Because
go
once
back.
once I'm over you, like I'm serious.
Catch me while I can.
Once I'm over you, I am completely over you. So it's no coming back. It's
Mhm.
nothing you can do to make me come back. I'm serious. Like you can throw $1,000,000 at me and I ain't gonna come back.
Yep. And you can always tell the difference if I still have some interest in you versus if I don't have interest in you. And it's very clear. It's you'll never be confused. And you might as well not even try. Because if you get the vibe that, oh yeah, I can't never get her back, then you're not
Mm-mm.
gonna be able to get me back. So yeah, that is one of the things that they'll do. Every person that's generally and genuinely interested in you is going to want to call, text, hang out with you. But the love bomber is going to push the issue. They want to get to you as fast as possible. Spend more time. I need to see you. I need to see you. I need to see you. Another thing that they said is, and this was confusing to me too. Again, it's all confusing to me. So I'm trying to like before I like jump out there in the day because I'm still not out there dating like I should be as a single person.
Because you are
So
single.
I know, and I'm just like whatever. But another thing they said to look out for, and I took it the wrong way, is um buying you stuff. So they said a person that is interested in you will buy you stuff, and if he has money, you can't look at the person who has a lot of money the same as you do with a person who doesn't have that much money, because a person who has a lot of money is going to spend money because he has it to spend, and it's not going to come off like a love bomb versus the one who doesn't have it and is probably borrowing from his mama. That's the love bomb.
I don't want him no way.
We wouldn't know that though. We don't know he's borrowing
Oh God.
until you got to spend time. I mean, that's the thing. So there's like always be careful of when a man purchases something for you. They say even if a man had $1,000,000, he doesn't like to spend over $500 for a gift, and he will spend all the money he can for a date, but he's not spending endless money on a gift early on.
Oh, I don't know nothing. I don't know nothing about that. Like,
Speak, girl, speak.
I mean, I just don't because, like, and again, I only can speak for my own personal
Yeah, and that's all we
situations.
doing. That's all we doing.
So, like, my ex-husband, he may not have had $1,000,000, but anything he had while we was
Mhm.
together, he would spend it on me.
Okay.
Like whatever he had, he would spend it.
In the first 30 days.
Yeah, yes.
Okay.
My current man,
Mm-hmm.
in the first 30 days, it was like, woo. I ain't gonna tell numbers, but it was like
It was up there.
It was up there. I could about some people cars.
Oh, okay.
Like yeah, like we talking about diamond necklaces and
See, and
nice
that's the
trips
thing.
and-
That's the thing
but
that's hard
my
to
birthday
determine.
was also within that first 30 days. Like my birthday was 3 weeks after we met.
Okay. But still, that's still hard to determine because you're
Yeah.
saying that he isn't a love bomb and y'all been together for 3 years
Mm-mm.
and he did all of this stuff early on, where people are saying if they do this early on, it's a love bomb. So
It
it's
depends
hard
on the
to
intent
determine.
because he wasn't needy and requiring certain things.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like versus the other situation I had, the guy, like he was requiring certain things. He always wanted me available. So if he called at 2 o'clock in the morning, he wanted me available. If he called at 3 o'clock, he wanted me available. And it was like if you don't answer the phone at 2, 3 o'clock in the morning, you're doing something. Sir, we're not together. So what do you mean? Like
that part.
What do you mean?
Yeah.
Versus my current, he understood that we weren't in a relationship. We were getting to know each other.
Mhm.
He just decided that was his way of showing me that, he liked me. It was my birthday, so he spent the money.
Gotcha. Okay.
It just
But
so
you
happened to
still
be
feel
nice
like
money.
he would have done it regardless if it was your birthday or not.
I do.
Okay. So and then now I'm even more confused
I
because
do.
I'm like trying to determine. I don't want to put everybody in a love bomb.
Then you got to think about
category.
it. He also knew though, like our close, like my cousin is his really, really close friend. So he
Okay.
knew that I wasn't just a girl that was out here for his money.
Gotcha.
And I
Okay.
had my own, like I
Mhm.
had my own things. I didn't come into this with nothing.
Yeah.
So it was different.
Okay. I want to know
Cheer-
what some of this stuff
again.
was.
Cheers.
I want to know what some of this stuff was. Give me two.
So, okay. So we can use my birthday for an example. My birthday dinner with just me and him alone was almost $1,600.
Sheesh. Where'd y'all
What is that? Steak market?
go? Okay.
And he really took the time to see the things that I like, so he was able to order my full meal for me.
Aw.
Yeah, he was like, "Let me order,"
Okay.
because I was like, I wouldn't order no $900 steak, like what? But it was thoughtful because he really took the time to know the things that I like
Yeah, yeah.
or whatever. Then he knows that I like Fendi and Versace, so the collection had just came out. So he bought me the scarf. He bought me a purse for my birthday. What else did he buy me? He bought me I wanted a chain,
Okay.
a name chain. I was gonna buy it for myself.
Mm-hmm.
And he was like, "No, I'll buy it." And you gotta tell me twice.
I'm not gonna
Shit.
argue with that, sir.
I was not arguing. It is what it is.
Yeah. So on the list that I have, they said if a man early on, no matter how much money he has, if he spends over 500 for a gift within the first 30 days, it's a love bomb.
Oh,
And
I
that
guess
is
I was
not
love.
absolutely
I guess
true.
I was love bombed then because 500.
love bombed and then
I
fell in
didn't
love.
get a gift that was $500. My scarf went.
Period. So, ladies, y'all hearing that out there? It just depends. And the only way of knowing is time.
Yes.
I mean, there's no way, and I'm just again, I'm like now I'm even more scared. Thanks, Ashley.
But
I'm
time is
scared to
gonna
get
be
back out there.
time is gonna be the answer to everything. But you
Time is
also
the
have
answer
to
to everything.
you also have to go with your gut feeling.
Mhm.
You have to go with your gut. Your gut gonna tell
My
you.
gut gonna tell me everybody trying to get something from me. That's what my gut feeling
Oh
says.
God.
And it ain't even like a trust issue because I'll go in and I won't like treat the next person like how the last person was. I give, and I hate that I'm like this. I give 100% trust,
Mhm.
and you got to break it. Where other people, you have to earn their trust. I wish I was more like that, make you earn my trust.
Mhm.
But I give you, I trust you. Whatever you say, I'm going to take you for your word until you show me otherwise. That's just how I've always been. But when I'm learning more and more, like from person to person to person, this person did this to get my attention and it didn't work. That person did that to get my attention and it didn't work. Like I've had helicopters drop in my cul-de-sac. I've had
That's
somebody
cute.
pay.
Really?
Girl, that's from your friend.
Why you gotta say? Don't be on air talking about this. Don't be on air
That's
talking
your
about
old
this, my friend.
I've had a guy write a book about our relationship, and we were only dating for like 30 days. And from
Now
the
that's a
first
love
day-
bomb.
From the first, I put the rest of the books on his porch, and she kept one. I don't even have one.
That's a love. Like, how are you writing a book about somebody in 30 days?
I'm in it.
And I'm just
Kels,
she in it.
Kels, what did you do to this man?
Nothing. And that's what her husband always asks. What do you be doing to them? Nothing.
For him to write a book in 30 days.
I met the
what
man
did
on
you-
Hinge. I didn't know him prior to.
Oh wait, you be on a dating site?
Yes, I'm on
scared.
Hinge.
I'm scared of those.
I was on Hinge.
I
I
am
met him on
scared
Hinge.
of those. So wait, can I read the book? Can you bring it next week?
You can check it out of the library.
That's fine. I'll definitely check it out of the library.
I've had a man to pay cash to get my wisdom tooth removed.
Wait, I got something to say now.
Mhm.
You know what? I'm upset. My man ain't wrote no book about me. Nah, he done wrote some songs, but he ain't wrote no book about me. I'm gonna have to write that down and take that home.
I had a man give me $3,000 in one day over spurts of this date that we were on. So like the first envelope he gave me was because I asked for it. I needed it. So he was like, "Yeah, just meet me at such and such. We'll go get something to eat and I give it to you."
Wait, Paul. So you needed it and you like physically asked him, or you just mentioned something?
No,
that you
I
needed?
was desperate. I needed it. I asked straight up, and we were probably talking maybe 3 months. But I needed that
I
money.
don't think I could have did that.
I wouldn't do that, but I was like,
You
"Look,
was
I gotta
like,
pay
you
my
needed-
rent."
Oh, you know.
This was a business move.
Okay,
And so he
gave
was
you
like,
the
"Yeah,
first envelope.
cool." He gave it to me.
Mhm.
Later on that day, he was like, "Hold this. Just put it in your account." It was another $1,000. Cool. I'm like, "What is he doing?" The end of the night, he was like, "This is for you, just for being you, and you work hard and such and such." So he had planned in my mind. You had planned to give me $3,000, but you just wanted to make it cute. I only asked for one, and it was a loan to give it back to you.
So wait, were you guys on like vacation? Where were
No,
you?
we
Y'all
were
was
here.
just
We was
chilling.
here. Yeah.
Okay.
And that one I won't say was a love bomb, but if I had read all these rules then, I would have felt like that was a love bomb.
I don't think that's a love bomb.
That's in the first 60 days.
I don't think that was a love bomb. No.
Okay.
Because initially it was for a necessity.
Yes, it
And
definitely was a necessity.
And if you went to him and told him that was for a necessity,
Mhm.
then he had no time to really think about love bombing you because you came to him with the
That's
necessity. It's
true.
not like he came
That's
to you.
true.
He
Yeah.
didn't come to you and say, "Hey, I'm about to give you this 1K just because, Kels. Like you looking good,
That's
girl."
true. That's very true. So that I literally didn't feel like that was. But I'm just saying like some of the things that I've experienced to where it's hard to tell
Mhm.
what is genuine and what's not. I told this guy I wanted to go on vacation. I was like, I don't even need to go far. I wanted to go to Miami so I could just go lay out on the beach.
Right.
And he planned a cruise. And I was like, oh, well, if you want to do that, we can do that. That's not what I was talking about, but I'll go. Love bomb.
You feel like it?
It was.
It was?
Yes. And I
For vacation?
So this is what I say. When people do things for me early on and you can't keep it up, that's a love bomb to me.
I don't.
Either you can't keep it up or you don't want to keep it up, then that's a love bomb. You were just trying to get what you needed to get, and once you got what you wanted, you were done with it.
So how
I got
long
in a
did it take you to cut
relationship
him
with
off?
somebody, and the minute I said, okay, I'll be your girlfriend, everything stopped. So that's what he wanted. Love bomb. Because you didn't keep all that stuff up, and you did all that to get me to give you a title and a commitment.
That was definitely love bombing. Because you
Girl,
got to be
I
able
am
to
the
keep up what you're
queen.
doing.
I'm the queen of love bomb. They love to love bomb me.
What do you be doing?
I don't know.
Your next relationship or situation, I need step by step.
I'm not picking.
I'm gonna need a weekly report. Ain't that right? We're gonna need a weekly report as to what's going
Now,
on.
she can attest to this stuff. I know he ain't listening, but I mean, if he is, hey friend. So
Oh, God.
another guy I met, I'm not on Hinge now because I was just like, I just meet the love bombers on there. I went on a date with this guy prior to before I sold my Porsche. It was smoking that day, right?
Mhm.
And I had already canceled on him twice. And I sent him a picture. I mean, I sent him a video. I'm like, look, I'm not trying to be funny. I have to cancel again. This is my truck, and this is what's going on, XYZ. And so he's like, cool, I can just pick you up. So I had him to pick me up from my dance studio. So he came and picked me up. We went to dinner, and he called me the next morning at like 7:30, 8 o'clock. He's like, I know it's early. He said, but I'm off on Saturdays and I'm not doing anything. I can come and look at the car. Because he had literally had the same car. His car was just newer. He had a
Right.
newer Porsche. And so he was like, I can just take a look at it. I'm not a mechanic, but I can look at it. So I'm like, cool. If he can fix it, cool. He came out and he was like, nah, it's messed up, blah, blah, blah. Do you have a mechanic? So he called the mechanic, and I was like, I can't deal with this car right now. I'll deal with it later because I had events and stuff that day.
Right.
When he said he wanted to come look at it, I just expected to look at it because I wasn't even going to deal with the car that day. And so he was like, you're going to have to take it to the mechanic. And so we called the tow guide. It was like $250. He was like, I'll pay for it. And I was like, well, I'll worry about it later because I got to go. He was like, well, I'll wait with the car and just wait till it gets to the mechanic. Keep in mind, first date was the night before. We talked on Hinge maybe a week or two. He puts me in a group text with the mechanic, and he's like, the car is on the way over there, blah, blah, blah. I told the mechanic the people to let me know when it comes. When it got dropped off, he's like, the car is over there. Just let me know what y'all need to do. He's like, let me know how much it's going to cost to fix it. I'm not asking. This is you. Sunshine always swears something I'm doing. First date the night before. We didn't have sex. We didn't kiss. He didn't come in my house. Nothing. A couple days later, he's like, are you at the radio station? Okay, because we were just moving in here. We hadn't moved in yet. We were about to move in, but I showed him because the car messed up here. So we was down at the other suite that I was at. We was moving up to this one. And I was like, this is where we're moving to. I want to get a wall. I want this cut out, and I want it framed, and I want to do all this stuff. Just telling him stuff that I want to do.
Okay.
And so a few days later, he's like, is anybody at the radio station? I'm like, Sunshine's there. Like, he didn't say anything about him doing anything. Girl, this man that came in, framed this out. He done painted the halls and the baseboards, and did he do it or he had Mexicans here doing it? He had a crew.
Now, why you have to say the people?
He had Paco and
She said Paco.
He hired
And
somebody to
Lupe.
come in here and do the work.
yeah.
So wait, this is somebody you met on a dating
On
app.
Hinge.
Hinge.
Yeah.
So dating
The one
apps
that
scare
paid for
me.
my wisdom tooth from Hinge.
So dating apps scare me because I automatically think that when a man goes onto a dating app, that is what they're there for. like you're gonna love them or you're gonna be
Mm.
crazy.
Or they're busy like I am. That's why. So my
No.
reason for going on a dating app
Hmm.
is because people already know my life. Again, I'm sitting right here telling my business. So when people meet me, they already feel like they know me. They know what I do for a living. So while I'm trying to get to know you, there's nothing you can really ask me unless you're asking some really personal stuff because you already know. You know I host, you know I own a radio station, you know I got kids, you know I do this, you know I do that cuz you see it online already.
Right.
So if I went on a dating site, they don't know me. So all you have to go off is pictures and if you don't like my pictures, you don't missed out on a great woman. And that's okay with me. So we have to get to know each other. We have to talk about what we do. I don't say what I do. I say I do something. I don't think I said media or something like that. But I don't tell that I own anything. Even in conversations, I don't say I own a dance studio. I don't say I own a radio station. I don't say none of this stuff. It's just getting to know a person. And that's why I'm on a dating site. So I'm figuring they might be on for the same thing. Or to
I don't
love
know. I
bomb.
done seen some horror stories. I done seen some horror stories. My
Mhm.
sister did a dating app. It was just horrible.
My
Terrible.
homegirl has been married for 6 years and they met on a dating app.
Really?
And they went fast. I was like, this man is love bombing you. Yeah, they 6 years in and it's the happiest she's ever been. They just bought their second home. They doing the damn thing. Yeah. So I mean, it just depends.
I guess it just depends.
It just depends.
It's somebody for everybody.
Mm-hmm. Somebody for everybody. Because somebody could say the same thing. Like one of the guys that I went on a date with, he specifically wanted to meet me fast because he thought I was a catfish. He was like, nobody that looks like you was on the dating site. He was like, you couldn't be real. So now I feel like I'm desperate because I'm on the dating site. And I had to explain to him why I'm on a dating site.
Maybe you should just meet people at networking. Let's go out and network.
Child, I did that too. Love bomb.
Oh my
I'm telling
God.
you. They just think I'm just a little delicate and they want to help. And I come across men who don't have,
What
so
say
they
have.
pretend to have, so that they feel like they can fit into a life that they think I live that I don't actually live. And then once they realize, dang, my well is running dry, I gotta hurry and run this.
Well, no, Kels, you do live a good life. Let's not.
I live a good life, but it's not the life people swear I live. Like they think I'm living in this mansion and I'm driving a Maybach and girl, the things that people think about me, I'm like, I don't know where y'all getting this from. Cause I don't have a problem saying, y'all, I'm broke today. And they be like, ha ha ha, she's
But
so
you know
funny.
what?
No,
But-
I did ass be broke that day.
But broke is a mindset.
Broke is a mindset. It is. My broke is I done paid everything and now I can't go do extra stuff that I want to do. That's my broke.
That's not broke.
That's my broke because I
Yeah.
still want to do stuff.
But you know, other people here
And if
broke.
I had a 2-family household, I wouldn't have to worry about that. That's why I say broke. Somebody said cap. What we capping about?
I know, right?
I don't be looking, so I be missing when these comments come through.
That's why they should be on YouTube.
Well, they still come through either way. I'm not looking at that either. So if you want to see us in the studio,
somebody said Kel's over there lying.
what they say? It's Pijo. Pijo, what are we doing?
Pijo.
Tell me.
No,
Call
Pijo.
in. He need to
Call in or go to YouTube. You of all people know about YouTube. Don't make me Pijo.
If you want to call in, this is for anybody. The telephone number is 404-254-4347. Again, 404-254-4347. I wish George would call in because he swears.
That you.
He swears I be doing stuff, and I wish Condi. Tell Condi to come. Condi is one of our friends, and I've been knowing Condi for years. I've been knowing him since like 2005. Every time except the very last time I seen Condi, he has always brought me flowers. We've never dated, we've never had sex, and he always buys me flowers. I have done nothing.
Really?
I want him to tell me why he does that. Tell him to call in real quick. Okay. So, Pijo, you call in since you got so much to say.
Pijo has a lot to say.
Pijo got a lot to say. So call in. They be wanting to come up here so bad. I told them we're going to lock the door. No men can come in here on Wednesdays.
Not at all.
This is just for the women. But he said he like you. So yeah, that guy that did the framing here at the station and like painting and all that stuff. We just fizzled out. We went on. Did we go on another date? I think we went on one more date.
So he spent all that money.
We did. That's what happened. We went on another date, and he told me something that wasn't true, and that changed my dynamic because
Oh,
yeah. And it was he lied about his age on the app. He's like 10 years older than he said he was.
Why lie about your age?
Yeah, because he don't look his age whatsoever. But in my mind, yeah, he didn't, right? He don't look his age. But huh? No, he's 60, but he said he was 50. And 60, you're like 2 years younger than my mama. And that's not a big deal, but I like to go and do fun stuff. Are you physically able to go do fun stuff?
He might.
What's your sex
So
drive?
that's the thing. 60
Think about all
doesn't.
that.
That's the thing. 60 doesn't mean you can't do things.
Well, you don't have much longer to do things because you're 60.
That
And I'm not.
so
Again,
wait.
I'm sorry. That just came out really bad. Again, I hate. That came out really, really bad. Because in 10 years, you're 70.
So that's not necessarily true because like my great uncle actually lived to be 99.
Mm-hmm.
He drove until his 92nd, 93rd birthday, and we had to take his keys from him.
But he's ziplining.
He
When
went,
he not when he stopped ziplining, doing stuff like that. That's what I'm talking
I don't
about.
think he ever did it. You know, we from Mississippi. so
Get in there with the crocodile.
so I think me and my sister was like the first generation to really
Those are things that I want to do. I want to do I like to go walk up Stone Mountain. Are you going? Can you do?
It's
like
60-year-olds
stuff.
walking up Stone
I'm
Mountain.
not saying they can't, but you got a time limit. Like I got a time limit. It's certain things at 40 I can't do that I used to do when I was at 20. So a 20-year-old boy would be like, she 40. She can't do XYZ like I want to do. So same thing, like me being 40.
I don't know because the 20-year-olds still be
55.
coming after us.
They do.
I
And my
have to
son
tell
is,
them. I have to tell them, baby, I'm old enough to be your mama.
I
Like,
say that.
like
But
I am old
just
enough to
talked
be your
about
mom.
this the other day. Last year, and I posted it. Shout out to women of Douglasville. I literally was like this close to talking to the boy because he's a boy, and he was like, "Name how many men you know personally that owns a business, that owns their home, that car is paid off." And he was in. I don't want to tell profession of what he does,
Right.
but he was like, in the next 2-3 years, I will be doing this. He was 26. And I was 41. And I was like, you got me.
No, that's too close.
That was too young for me. So he was like, but you don't even know like a lot of, he was like, I have my stuff together, this, that, and the third, blah, blah, blah. And at the time I wanted another child. And so he was like, I'm ready to get married. I want a kid. I want blah, blah, blah. And I was just like, everything was perfect except
that
the
age.
age. The age was, I'm sorry.
Mm-mm.
I'm sorry, baby.
It's like you raising your kids.
Yep. Yep. He was like 4 years older than my son. And y'all could have went to school together or been around each other.
They might go play the Xbox together. Like,
girl,
negative.
I couldn't do it. And they was like, girl, give them to me. That's what they were saying in the group.
Take 'em.
Right. So I was like, I could put you on somebody. He was like, I don't want, and that was his thing. He said, I don't want to talk to any of your friends because that means you will never talk to me.
And I'm still.
So he was holding, I don't know where that man is in his life now, but he was literally holding out hope. And that age gap was like way too big for me.
Yeah, that's too big.
60 is it's a gap for me.
60 is the new 35. No.
60, he's saying that because he about to be
Right.
80.
I was about to say, how do you like what?
He
55?
about to be my boy is 49. He about to be
know.
50. What you said I'm lying about though. I want to know what he said, what he talking about. But yeah, this conversation of love bombing versus love at first. Yours was love at first sight. Your man was love at first sight. So there's a difference between because you could go on a date with somebody because you think she's pretty. And then you sit down and have a conversation and her personality matches her pretty. So you like her. It could be a love at first sight. I've never experienced a love at first sight. I've experienced a heavy like at first sight where I told you I start planning our lives together in my mind just because you just telling me what you do for a living and I'm trying to figure out how to make that work with my schedule. That's a Libra. So y'all love at first sight.
We're already married with children. We've gone on.
So that's a Pisces too.
Like Libras.
Taurus don't play that.
Why didn't you call me yet? We are in love, sir.
Taurus don't play that.
Yeah, Taurus is very
Taurus
particular.
don't play. Yeah, no, I don't play that.
And I always say if a Taurus likes me, then I automatically feel special because y'all are like super picky.
Very.
Y'all are like, y'all gotta think for a long time. Oh my gosh. Y'all go so long. Like, y'all gotta make sure this person is right.
It has to align.
And that alignment you drove to another state trying to align this damn
That's
road.
fine.
So that is a Taurus. So if a Taurus likes you, feel special. I'll just say that.
Because I don't like many people. I do not like many people.
And if you can keep a Pisces to love you forever, you definitely should feel special.
Really?
Yes, we're like fantasy. We lose attraction fast.
Mm-hmm.
I can fall in love with you super fast and fall out faster than I fell in love. But I'm loyal, so I'll stay. But I just don't like you how I used to like you. So if you can keep my attention and not even just doing stuff, it's just you just got to be that guy. You got to be him to keep my attention.
You gotta be him.
You just got to be
That's
him.
how I feel. If you're not him and not making certain movements, and I get disengaged real quick.
Real quick. All right, we're gonna take a quick break, and when we come back, we're gonna talk some more on L.I.C.K, Love at First Sight, and Love Bomb. We'll be right back. Hits 92.3.
Decatur, Lithonia, Conyers, Covington, McDonough, and all surrounding areas. Something Special Bar and Lounge presents Music Bingo and Karaoke. That's right, you heard me. Music Bingo and Karaoke every Wednesday at Something Special Bar and Lounge. On the 1 and 2s, we got DJ P. Joe. Not to mention, we got the host with the most. KELZ, we got drink specials, plus the full kitchen, seafood dip, salmon bites, sweet heat wings, jerk chicken egg roll. From 5 to 7 is our happy hour. Mix and match, 2 items, looking for good vibes, delicious drinks, delicious food. Something Special Bar and Lounge, 1377 Old McDonough Highway, Conyers, Georgia. The best spot on the east side. Express lunch on the go. Not to mention now open for lunch from 11 to 3 Monday through Friday. Look us up on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. Something Special Bar and Lounge.
Every day is a new choice. We make our beds and we lie in them. Who do you want to lay down with? Choose wisely. Met you on Friday, picked you up on Saturday. Sunday night you calling me over and over and over again, telling me that you're ready to rock me steady, rock steady. I got you so addicted, I should've never let you taste my love, my love. Damn right I wanna see you again, but I'm not ready for no love affair. Still you ask me what is happening, when I told you that my heart wasn't there. I handle business on the weekday, but you can have me on the weekend. Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Friday, Saturday, Sunday. If you wanna be my weekend lover, it's gonna be hard to leave. Take it from me, from me, from me. Take it from me, from me, from me. If you wanna be my weekend lover, it's gonna be hard to leave. Take it from me, from me, from me. Gonna be hard. Take it from me, from me, from me. Oh. Damn right I wanna see you again, but I'm not ready for no love affair. And still you ask me what is happening, when I told you that my heart wasn't there. I handle business on the weekday, but you can have me on the weekend. Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Friday, Saturday, Sunday. If you wanna be my weekend lover, it's gonna be hard to wait. Take it from me, baby. Take it from me, take it from me, take it from me, baby. If you wanna be my weekend lover, it's gonna be hard to leave. Don't wanna leave me alone. From me, from me. Take it from me, from me, from me. Oh.
And we are back, Lick Show on Hits 92.3. And if you are just tuned in, you have missed a lot of these conversations. So we started out talking about our conversations that we talk about on Monday nights at Harold's Bar and Grill. We were talking about the easiest way to say no to a marriage proposal.
Oh.
And why do men get married? We're going to go back to that because we still didn't touch on what we said we were going to touch on. And then we were talking about my 14 ways of being an attractive woman and living a high value internal life. Things that you do for yourself to attract the type of job you want, the type of man you want, the type of lifestyle you want, just for yourself, not necessarily for anybody other than you. And then we were just talking about like love at first sight or love bomb and knowing the differences between them all. And my conclusion is you just won't know outside of the time that it takes for that to unravel. And time will tell how long a man's money can go. Time will tell how busy this man is. Time will tell everything he said if it aligns. So ladies, don't give it up within the next. I'm gonna start like for real. I'm not with this 90-day rule. If I want it, I want it.
Yeah, like
So that's
it's not
just
a
me.
rule.
Yeah, I don't like the 90-day rule, but to get to know a person, to figure out what their intent is, you literally have to spend more than 90 days to figure that out.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah. You made a face when we were talking about the easiest way to turn down a marriage proposal.
Yes, because that has to be awkward.
So would you rather tell the person to their face in the moment, or would you say yes and then tell them later not to embarrass them in front of everybody?
No, I would have to tell them in the moment
She said the same
because
thing.
I don't want to give you false hope. And
Mhm.
marriage is not anything to play with. So I don't want to give you any false hope. But then I also want to ask myself, like, what did you do to this person to make them think that you was going to say yes? Because you should know. You should know if a person's going to say yes to you or not.
Should. Mm-hmm.
Like, you should definitely know if a person's going to say yes or no.
And I think across the board, that was everybody's initial thing was everybody should know if a person is going to say yes or no because you've had a conversation about marriage at some point.
At some point. I have a question. So have you ever turned down a marriage proposal?
Yes.
You did, girl. How'd it go?
It was easy for me to tell him in the moment because I hadn't seen him in years. So
who was
somebody,
around?
Nobody.
Okay.
He actually saw me at my job and said he had been looking for me for years. Was my son born at the time? I know me and my ex-husband were living together, but I don't know if we had kids just yet.
Mm-hmm.
And I actually used to work for my ex-husband's aunt. So I'm in her place of business. He sees me and he's like, "Oh my gosh, I've been looking for you for years. How have you been? Blah, blah, blah." And I don't remember if Tay was born or not. But he came back the next day, and then the next day, and then the third day he came back, he proposed. And I'm like, what makes you think I don't know you anymore? Like, we were kids. We were in high school when we dated. Again, when I got with my husband, I was 17. So I was still high school bound. But even before that, like 15, I think I was like 14, 15 when we dated. And then I moved. And he's like, "Oh my gosh, I've been looking for you for years and I don't want this moment to pass us by." So that was easy to say no to. The other one was we went to the store and he got me size for the ring. We had an issue to where I broke off the relationship and we had all these plans of moving in together. We had a lot of plans, a lot of stuff going on, some serious stuff behind the scenes was happening. And in the midst of me not wanting to talk to him, he's like, "Look, I have this ring. Do I need to send it back or do I keep it?" And I said, "Send it back." So those are the two instances where it was a no.
Okay.
Why you look like that?
Because I've never said no, but again, I was with my ex-husband at like 21.
Yeah.
So yeah, but
I would feel awkward to yeah, I'll leave that conversation.
Yeah. Off air.
That's an off topic.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's an off air conversation.
But I just don't. Maybe because I'm so vocal. Because after we split, I was real vocal. Like, I'm not getting married. Y'all can have it. So I guess you knew not to even come.
Yeah, you knew not to even come
Like,
that way.
do not even come that way. Like we have to have a conversation.
And I make it clear, depending on what I'm feeling in the moments that I feel them, I always make it clear. Like if I want to be single, I always say I'm not looking for a relationship. I don't want to be in a relationship. I'm not dating. And if I want to get married, I'm saying I want to be remarried. I want another child. I'm always vocal publicly about what I want. So that would tell, at least I would hope that would attract the person that wants the same things that I want. It's just a matter of getting to know each other. Like just because I want marriage, that don't mean it's cool for you to propose. It's still a conversation we have to have and a connection. Do I want to marry you?
Right.
So yeah, that's something that I think everybody.
But I'm not staying with. So even though I went into a situation saying I didn't want to be married, I wasn't wasting years on a person that I didn't feel like I could spend like a lifetime with. Like I'm not wasting my time like that.
That goes to your point, feeling like it's the end of the world versus not being the end of the world if you say no. If I was to, okay, let me just say this. If I was with somebody and I saw potential of future and we talked about marriage and he surprised me and proposed and we didn't talk about we want to be married today, like right now. And he's just like, well, we know we both want that. And I just wanted to get the ball rolling. I probably would say yes and just not plan a wedding date yet so we can spend more time getting to know each other.
Now I can see that.
If I see myself marrying that person. It has to be like I literally see you so far down in the future that I will take the time to be engaged and go.
So let me ask you, with that being said, do you think you'll ever do another public relationship?
No, not just, well, the only public relationships I've had were with husbands.
That's what I'm asking. You think you'll ever do another public relationship?
With a husband, yes.
Okay.
Boyfriend, no. Situationship, no.
Definitely not.
Right. Some people do though. Some people do. They post that man out and they on vacation and like this my boo. This my.
That's because they be changing
my
these men like they change them draws.
They love my little whoop de whoop. If a man, okay, Pijo said on YouTube, if a man proposes, it should be taken seriously because we know what we want and it doesn't take a million yeses to figure it out. That's what you want though. The woman has to want it too. It's a whole human you're proposing to. Right. So we can respect the fact that you're taking it seriously, but also feel like I don't want that.
That's why it has to be a conversation.
Definitely has to be a conversation.
Wait a minute.
And I'll talk to you, like I said, blue in the face. I have a black date on Friday, and I'm nervous because her profile pictures look dated, and she says she's 39, and she's older than the woman I've been around lately. What is a black date?
Right.
Oh, are you trying to say a blind
date?
Maybe he means he has a blind date on Friday and he's nervous because her profile picture looks dated and she says she's 30. I mean, some people look older than they are. Some people like to use. One thing I do hate is somebody using pictures from like 10 years ago. Because what do you look like now? Why haven't you changed it or added at least one new picture? It drives me insane. Yeah, I don't know what to tell you, Pijo. Just go on a date.
Go on a date. If it's bad, just end it early.
Yeah, but like, hey, you look different. I would say that you look different than your pictures.
I would too.
You look, and because I want you to stop that shit.
Yeah, I would.
That's a great question. I wonder that too. Do men have? I don't know. Some people. Oh, Black is a dating app. Okay.
Oh.
So he has a date with somebody from a dating app. I didn't even know Black was a thing. Black is a dating app. He has a date with somebody from a dating app, and her pictures look old. And she says she's 39.
So wait, before you go on a date, can you ask her for a recent picture? Like, is that rude on a dating app?
So I know what to look for.
Yeah. So, like, can you send me a recent picture so I know who to look for while I'm waiting on you at the restaurant?
Especially, yeah. And this is a way you can play it off, Pijo, too. Like, if y'all have each other's number and y'all text each other, just, yeah, like you said, ask for a picture, but not necessarily, like, so I can know who I'm looking for. Like, what you got on today? Send me a picture. No, because we don't like that.
No, I don't like that.
That would turn me off. I'd probably cancel the date.
Say, can you send me a picture so I can put it as your profile pic for when you call me?
It might be the same picture.
Yeah,
because
she might like that picture. Because some people have the pictures that they like.
They like, yeah,
and they don't like. If you look on Instagram, some people have never changed their profile picture.
Mine, I didn't know that. I had a picture on there that was on there for years, and I finally changed the picture recently. Really? Yep, I had a picture that was on there for like years on end.
I don't know. I update my picture.
So back to my other question: do men have emergency text messages or emergency calls? So Pijo, if you go, do you have a homeboy who knows that you on your way and they give you a text message like, you know, my car fell in a ravine or something like that, I need help or something, and if she's not your standard, you be like, all right, I'm on the way, but if she is, you just don't answer the text? Because I'm telling you right now, if I go on a date and I'm not sure, somebody else know I'm going. Because one, people are crazy. So somebody know I'm going. And two, you know to give me a call and be like, do you need to be rescued?
Exactly. Yep.
So has it ever happened to y'all on a date where somebody left a date early for an emergency?
On me?
Yeah.
No. And I've never left a date early.
Me either.
I don't think I'm trying to think, have I ever been on a date and I just really wanted this to be done?
I've left a date early.
You've left a date early?
Yeah.
I don't think I left a date early. I think I mean we said all we needed to say.
We were supposed to go to dinner and a movie.
Uh-huh.
And the whole dinner, he kept talking about his ex and
Oh,
it was really bad vibes. I wasn't feeling it.
Yeah.
And I was already the type of person to drive my own car.
Okay.
And so instead of driving to the movie theater, I just drove home.
You passed the movie theater, kept it going.
But see, I have this thing. I don't do 2 dates in one. So we're gonna schedule one date. If we're having a good time, you suggest something else, I'm okay with that. But
dinner and a movie is one day.
No, it's not.
I'm hungry at the
It's 2
movie.
different places, though.
Yeah, it's 2 different places. I see it as Because when I said that date I went on recently, I called it an itinerary because he had 3 different things in 3 different locations.
For one date?
Yeah.
That was
and so, okay. And if he's listening, I'm not going to say any names, and he probably wants to know too, right?
2 dates?
I would consider it to be 2.
You do?
I consider it to be 2 dates. Because that's a lot of my time. That's a long date. Because a movie is like at minimum 2 hours. And then if you go eat, that's a minimum of an hour and a half. An hour and a half is good for a date. Anything extra is because we just vibing and I just want it to continue. But yeah, that's a lot. You gonna pick one and we can do the next one if I like you. But I don't like movies as a date, period.
Really?
Because what are we doing?
We can't talk.
We can't talk. What are we doing? I don't want you trying to put your arm around me. I don't want you trying to touch my leg. Like, it's too, that's for somebody I'm with. Or I like going to the movies by myself. That's my time. And now I got to share that with you. Pijo says, I'll show you the pictures on our journey. Oh, to something special tonight. Shout out to giving a segue real quick. I like how you did that, Pijo. So I will be at Something Special Bar and Lounge tonight at from 7 to 11 p.m. And we do music bingo and karaoke. On the way to Something Special, last week we just started this, and it wasn't a complete disaster because the conversation was great, but we're gonna have conversations on the way to Conyers.
So are y'all doing it on Facebook?
Yes.
Okay, because I went to look for it on Instagram and I was like, are they not talking?
Girl, yeah. We were so late though. He was like, we're gonna start at 8:45. I think we started at like 6:30. So he didn't have a stand. I'm trying to hold the phone. He don't have a stand. I'm sure he had, like, I hope you got one today.
Did you
KELZ is my escape plan and she don't even know it yet.
Always.
Of course. Shout out to Pull Up Pen ATL says, I have a question. You gotta put the question.
What's the question?
We need the question. So meanwhile, Sunshine, we still have not even discussed the part of proposing about the marriage of women proposing to men.
She was fine and juicy.
I would never propose to a man
ever,
and that's just maybe the old school in me. But I don't think I will ever in life feel like this man don't like me enough, so I'm gonna do it first. We just probably never get married. But I'm never proposing. I'm never asking. I'm never gonna drill it in a man's head. I'm not giving an ultimatum. If I want to get married and I feel like you don't want to, then
that was the one right there.
What?
So as we were talking about it, I started to get a little silent because I thought about it.
Mm-hmm.
An ultimatum can still be a woman proposing to a man in a way or
Very-
forcing
Technically
his
it
hand.
is.
Very much so it is.
Technically it
Technically it
is.
is. So that whole ultimatum of you
Mm,
want me to have another baby and I'm not having another baby unless we all had the same last name
that is a proposal. Because
is
you
a
don't force this
proposal.
man to marry
Fir-
you. Well, not
First,
force, but if
first
he
of
wants to
all,
be with you, he has to say yes.
first of all, no matter what we all believe in,
Mm-hmm.
the good book says, "He who findeth a wife findeth
Find
a
it a
good
good
thing."
thing.
I ain't getting down on no knee. I ain't standing up. I ain't buying no ring. I am not proposing to a living soul. I will be single first. And I ain't never had a problem getting a man. I ain't never had a problem get. I could be married today if I wanted to. Negative. We are not doing. I am not
We're not doing
proposing
that.
to no man.
Mm-hmm.
And
Now
I
I
feel like when you
will.
propose to a man, and y'all take this how you want to take it, but I think like that's desperate.
I
Like
take it
to
like that
propose to a
too.
man, that's
I take it like that
desperate.
too.
Like you
I do.
feel to the point
See,
where no one is going to,
yeah,
like want you to be their life partner. So you gonna take the initiative to propose.
that's
My
a lot.
grandmother would turn in her grave.
Exactly. I'm not doing
I ain't doing it.
that. It's a lot of things I'm not doing as a woman. And that falls in the line of being feminine. I don't think feminine women propose to men. I don't think that's a
You think it'd
feminine
be the
act.
masculine women?
Yes. Yes. That's the woman that's in control. That's the woman that she's that go get. We're go getters, but we also know how to be women. That's the woman like I go for what I want. She's probably the one that's gonna ask for your number first.
Oh,
She's
I'm not
probably the
doing that
one.
either.
That's what I'm saying. Feminine women don't do certain things. She might ask for your number first. She might initiate the first date. She might even plan the first date.
I'm not doing that either.
I'm telling you, feminine women don't
Like
do
I'm
certain
not.
things.
Like I just feel like men are here to lead. And I don't know how many times I have to say that, but men are on this earth to lead. So part of leadership is you being first.
Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Okay, so he wrote a couple things down. Um okay, he said, I have a question. I've been dating a young lady for about 6 months. She said I'm disrespectful because I'm dismissive. I just don't want to listen to anything when I'm tired after working 14 hours. I need y'all. I need to speak to y'all right now. This is what I'm dealing with. She ain't sitting right there, is she?
Right.
She did all of that. Okay, so this is my thing too, because you have to know your partner. And again, that goes back to what was one of my points on here? That goes to be attentive. If you know your man has worked 14 hours, why are you trying to bring some type of conversations to him right then? That's my thing too.
You
So time
shouldn't.
and place for everything.
Like you
What I
shouldn't.
used to do, this is the old me and why I would never do it now. I used to, however I was feeling, I would text it to the person, not thinking this person is at work. Now his whole mental is messed up because I like if he cares, he's gonna be thinking about how to fix that while he's at work.
Mm-hmm.
I went to an event one time and I was upset about how the event was handled. And I didn't want to say right then what I was feeling because the person that was hosting the event was frustrated with how the event was. So it wasn't the time and the place to bring up how I felt, no
Right.
matter how I was feeling. So I gave him words of encouragement, like, it's going to be a great event, even though I'm pissed at him. I don't even want you talking to me right now. I don't even care that your event is trash right now. But he didn't need my negative energy in that moment. He needed something positive. So I'm like, I hope you have a good event, this, that, and the third, blah, 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 blah. So it's always a time and a place for everything. And she's wrong for that, especially if you work a 14-hour day. You don't want to come home to that. And I used to be like, oh, you home now. Let's talk about it. Not
Mm-mm.
thinking,
You got to
oh, you
read the
just
room.
worked 14 hours out of the day. So yeah.
But
Um,
your spouse is supposed to be your peace. So if you didn't spend 12, 14 hours at work
mhm.
dealing with the stresses of that, when you come home, I don't care what the emotion is. I'm not going to bring up anything of that nature to have those long talks. People need to debrief themselves
Mhm.
and they need to have their own moment and their own alone time because you just spent a whole day working.
Yep. And flip side, because we can't tell her what to do. We don't know her. We're talking to you.
Right.
The flip side to that is you have to communicate. You have to
Mhm.
say, I'm tired. I can't wait to get home and like take a shower and just relax. Talk to her throughout the day because maybe she don't know she knows you're at work for 14 hours, but you could have had a good 14 hours. It could have been a stressless day. Y'all had fun. That 14 hours felt like 30 minutes. She doesn't know that. So you have to communicate and make her feel comfortable to be like, okay, he doesn't want to talk right now, so I'll just wait till tomorrow. But if she don't know anything that's going on, she's just gonna fly off the minute you come through the door.
But you know what? Again, that's when I say you have to read the room.
Read the freaking
Because
room.
if you pay attention to your partner and you really, really know your partner, when they come into the house, you can feel the energy. You can feel the shift if they've had a long, rough day.
Yes, you can feel
Like
the
my man don't
energy.
have to come in the house and tell me he had a long day.
Mm-hmm.
I automatically know that he has a long day.
Right.
Like when it, like when it's a long, stressful day, because I pay attention to, like his, or I can tell if I'm talking to him on the phone, I can tell that his day is rough.
And that's what I'm saying. Communication. Like
Yes, you have
she
to
shouldn't even
communicate.
know that you don't feel like talking or you had a bad day until you walk through the door. Y'all should be talking at some point throughout the day.
Yes.
14 hours is a long time not to talk to your person. I'm not saying that you don't, but if y'all do talk, she should already know that whatever it is going on, that okay, by the time he gets home, he don't want to talk about all that. He said she did that, but is stuck now. Every conversation is telling me how I'm disrespectful and how I'm dismissive. And let me add that this will be after getting out of my truck at 9. I'll sit in a restaurant or bar until 12:30 waiting for her to go off to work. I'm
Wait.
14 hours. My 14 hours are physical. I do 20 different deliveries of refrigerators, washers, dryers, and appliances. Sometimes it's multiple appliances at each stop. So what he's saying, his job is physical, so he don't have time to chat with
Mhm.
her throughout the day. He's moving and dropping heavy equipment off. And he pretty much said that fills up his day. Huh. I don't know. Sis just gotta
So
she gotta
wait,
read the room.
I call bullshit. You want me to tell
Okay.
you? No, you want me to tell you why I call bullshit? So I had a friend guy like years ago. He worked for UPS,
Mm-hmm.
right? He always found time. Like that was my home. Like when I say my homeboy, we could talk about anything.
Mm-hmm.
He always found time to talk. So he had his AirPods or whatever beats or whatever in his ear,
Mm-hmm.
and he was able to communicate and just talk about different things. So I call it bullshit. It's sometime
Okay.
during
So
the day
you
because
again,
it's a
like I
two-way
said,
street.
yeah, communicate.
I also
So
call
find a way.
bullshit.
Go ahead, Sunshine.
I call bull for the reason of, okay, so you're working 15-hour days, right? You've been working 15-hour days. What was your purpose of being with her?
Mm.
If you work all the time and when you get off of work, all you want to do is lay down and go home and go to sleep or not talk to nobody or deal with nobody, why are you with her? So what she's saying is that you're being dismissive of her feelings and her emotions because you came to her. You said she had a big booty. You wanted to call her. You wanted to be on top of her. And now it's something that she needs to go with that to be able to give that to you. And you're at the bar.
That's
You're
my
at the
part.
bar.
You're at the bar.
That's the part
I
I
didn't
was
even
seeing.
think about that
Because
part.
how
So
do you get off
take
work?
time to go to the bar instead of taking time to go talk to her. You're not too tired to go to the bar.
Right.
No, I can't put you on my live, baby. This is a live radio show. You have to call in. If you want to talk to us, it's 404-254-4347. Now, you have time right now to be on the Lick show. You could be calling your girl.
And that's what I'm saying. It's communication and it's reading the room and it's sacrifice. Every
Mhm.
relationship is gonna have that.
Yeah.
So something drew y'all together, right? So whatever drew y'all together, you need to keep that spark. But what happens is we get really comfortable and complacent in relationships. So we as a whole, and I'm not gonna say men, I'm not gonna say women, I'm gonna say we, because we fall short as well. We get really comfortable and then we stop doing the things that really brought our spouses and us together. So we all have to learn to read the room and do better.
Even
Okay,
down
so,
to what, Kel?
sorry to cut you off. He's not at the bar just hanging out at the bar. He's at her bar waiting on her to get off work. So y'all, so she don't like to talk while she at work either then. Yeah, you're just gonna have to call in. If you want us to help you out, you have to call in. I can't put you on my live. We're a live radio show. It's a very professional environment. I'm just not on Facebook Live. It's not a podcast. It's a live radio show. So you have to call in 404 254-4347. Anybody that wants to call in, 404-254-4347. But he said he sits at her bar until she gets off of work.
So you don't talk? Because when I go to the bar, I talk to my bartender.
Yeah. So I mean, if it's I don't know if she's wanting to talk about something serious. Y'all have to literally make time
Make time.
make time. Because
Nothing is. I don't care what's going on in your relationship. Nothing is too important that you cannot talk to your spouse. Like you have to carve out time because you're never gonna grow. You're never gonna go to the next level if you cannot communicate with your significant other. I don't care what nobody say.
Yeah, 14 hours. 14 hours. I don't get a call or a text. We ain't together.
We not like. What are we doing?
We are not together.
Like I'm too grown for that. We are not together.
We are not together.
I
don't
go
hear
14
from you
hours
in
with
14
no call.
hours, no matter how busy you are. Now I get you said that. No. We're not going off on you. We're literally just saying you have to check yourself. I went live last night. And I'm going to start posting little snippets of that because I literally was just trying to say something real quick about. I was doing a drop for this and ended up on live for 40 minutes.
Oh.
Accountability. People have to start taking accountability. It takes two people for a relationship to go sour. Nobody was perfect, and the other one just stopped doing what they were doing to this perfect person. Has to be something that somebody did for somebody to have a reaction. I always say there's an action and a reaction. What you are receiving is a reaction to your action. So you got to figure out and take accountability for whatever your action is that makes her feel like you're dismissive and that you don't make time for her. Figure out what you're doing on your end. One of them I could say is that you work 14 hours and y'all don't talk. If you're sitting at her bar, I don't know if she can talk while she's at work, but if she want to talk, then talk while y'all there so that when y'all get home, y'all got a peaceful night. He said, I did that was the fact that I said I didn't want to hear it. Oh, you didn't want to? Okay, well then I don't know what you're asking for if you don't want to hear it.
Like I said, why are you in a relationship? If you just want some nookie, find somebody who would just give you some. But if you wanted to be in a relationship where you have to meet at the minds and a person needs emotional and they need to be stimulated, then that takes time and effort. If you don't want to put in that time and effort, then stop saying you want to be in a relationship with somebody and just find somebody you can cut with. Like, I think that's a big issue with people. Y'all are trying to make something that is not into something that is not.
And why don't you want to hear? Why don't you want to hear anything she's saying?
Because he don't like her and he don't want to be with her. He just want to cut.
Which is okay. We're all adults. If that's all you want, it's okay. Yeah, and I don't want him to feel like we jumping on him. No.
But I just want people to start taking accountability.
But you have to take accountability.
You have to take accountability.
And then think about this: every action has a reaction.
Mm-hmm. Everything.
Oh,
there you go. Hopefully this is pull up pen ATL because he's like, you reading my stuff wrong. Hey, you are tuned in to the L.I.C.K Show. Who are we speaking to?
Hey, Kel, how you doing?
Good. How are you?
I'm not gonna give my name, but I was just on your live talking to you.
Okay, awesome.
So basically, let me explain this. So I was, I've been single for a while. Basically, maybe about 3 years until I met this young lady. I was out at a club. She saw me. She said, I saw you come in the room. It lit up. I was, I had prayed to God for a good man. You had the lights behind you. This is what I saw. She gave me her card when I met her. When she gave me her card, I said, man, I don't know what I'm gonna do about this, but I'm gonna go home and I'm gonna pray to God about this because this is fast. It's alarming to me when somebody approaches me with speed and aggression and fast. Like, I'm usually the person that, makes the first move or is outspoken. But in situations where people approach me quickly, just as, like I told you guys, I do delivery. I'm a contractor. So I do deliveries all day long from 5 in the morning to whenever the route ends. Okay. We're doing 20 deliveries. I'm dealing with the warehouse. I'm dealing with customers. I'm dealing with whatever don't go right during the install. I'm driving. I got DOT. I got state troopers. We're running 2 hours, 3 hours away for 20 stops a day. So when I get out of work at 8:30, I'm tired. But I relinquish that opportunity to still go be with my lady, sit with her at a job, make sure she gets safe, safely home. She don't have security there. I sit in the car. As soon as I get, as soon as she get in the car, it's, oh yeah, this motherfucker need to have my money, or this person did this, or she is so-and-so fucking so-and-so dealing with so-and-so. So I say, hey, baby, look, I don't want to hear that right now. Like, I just don't want to hear that right now. I'm tired. I've been at work. Well, I'm just trying to tell you about my day, but okay, I'll let you listen. But then she'll turn around and start talking again. So I'm like, look, I'm tired. I can't hear it right now. I'm just ready to go home and go to sleep. That's not acceptable. that particular incident turned into every conversation of I can't finish what I gotta say. You want to cut me off. But you're not saying what's correct. You're not saying what's appropriate. For me, with my situation together, with my life in order, with me walking with God, trying not, I'm not looking for just a piece of pussy. Like I heard the young lady say, like, hey, you just, you sound like something happy. You just trying to get in the pants, whatever the case may be. He seen a fat ass. It wasn't that at all. I was celebrating a birthday myself alone, and I bought a section. A young lady saw me. She heard a reputation of who I am and what I was about, and I guess she liked it. But what you all said earlier, in the sense of the alpha female versus the submissive female, she came to me saying, "Hey, I'm a submissive female. I'm very submissive. I want to submit to a man." After have been married to a female and being with females prior to that, she's like, "Hey, I want to be submissive to a man. You can lead me. I'm willing to listen." And when I started to say things like, "Hey, you having your car messed up. Okay, so you need a jump. Okay, well, you're right by Home Depot. Go to Home Depot, get some jumper cables, ask somebody to give you a jump, because that's probably why your car not stuck." Well, I don't know. I'm gonna call two mechanics. Two mechanics come out. They assess the vehicle, tell her what's what. Okay, you need a new battery. I say, "Hey, why don't you put some jumper cables on it? Try to crank your car up." "I don't have no jumper cables. I don't have no." Okay, cool. Long story short, she put jumper cables on the car. Car crunk up. She sat there for 3 hours before she did that.
So let
I'm
me
sitting here trying
ask
to help and assist
wait.
the best way I can.
Let me
Another
ask you this question
got
though,
oil. You got
because a lot of what I'm hearing is neither one of you want to listen to one another. So you're getting off work and you want to communicate with her. She's getting off work and she wants to communicate with you. You both need to be able to listen to each other. So if she had a long day at the bar, of course she wants to come home and she wants to speak to you and tell you about her day. So like, I don't understand what the problem is with her coming home and she's venting. Alpha female, submissive
because
female, no matter
it's
what
not
female
coming
is, she
home.
wants to
It's
vent.
not coming home and venting is the problem. The problem is when you choose to vent and me not having a safe space to say, "Hey, baby, I'm tired," without being looked at as being disrespectful or dismissive.
So when does she? So when do you give her the opportunity to vent?
I often do it. I'm a contract. Like I really make my own schedule. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not even gonna make it up. Like
So when do
I
you
gotta go
give
to
her
work
the
every day.
opportunity to vent?
Yeah, I do. I do often. I do
When?
often.
How?
When I see it, like we spent like, let me say this. When I first met that young lady, she spent every night at my house, spending the night at my house. We drove to work in the morning. We did this, and only because her car didn't have any car insurance. So I put my insurance on her car just so she can get back and forth. If she was going to drop me off to work, it wasn't a problem. I said, "Okay, cool, I'll do that." So we began to spend more than enough time together. And in my head, I'm thinking like, damn, is this girl homeless? Is this girl got a house? Does she got shit going on? What's
That
up
don't
with her?
necessarily mean
Like,
that.
huh?
That don't mean that.
No, I'm just saying, but I've dealt with it.
But
That's what
that's
I'm trying
when
to
you
figure
guys
out.
first started. I'm saying, okay, if she gets off of work tomorrow and you get off of work tomorrow and she wants to talk and you don't want to talk after tomorrow, when does she get a chance to vent?
No, she can talk. It's just that she looks for a response from me. I don't
So
have
you
nothing to
Well,
say.
wait.
she's talking to you, so you have to
That's
respond.
what
Right. That's communicate. Like she's not,
No, but
otherwise she could just talk to a robot.
let me ask this, because I don't want you guys to twist this and misconstrue this.
uh-huh.
This is somebody that I wake up in the morning and text good morning. I leave at 5 o'clock. I call at 8:45. Hey, you drop the kids off? Okay, I'll talk to you later on because now I'm on the truck and I'm locked in. 4:30, 5 o'clock, maybe sometimes around lunch. Hey, you good? She's at work. She's bartending. She's at work. She can't really be on the phone herself. So I'll call around when it's time to get off work or before. Hey, how you looking? I'm gonna pick the kids up at 6. Whatever. You want me to come get you after you get off work? Cool. During the day, we contact each other. We communicate. I make time for, hey, let's take a day and let's just go out. Let's just go to a restaurant. Let's go to the park. I make room for those moments because I don't want to have to dismiss or deal with them when I'm not prepared to deal with it. And like the young lady said, I'm not sure which one of you said it. You're right. I don't want to listen to somebody who doesn't want to listen to how to better themselves. If I know that I've been to hell and back because of the mistakes I've made and somebody's making the same mistakes that I've made, and I'm saying, hey, hold up. You stressing yourself, all you got to do is this and simply fix the problem.
But I think the part that we're missing here is sometimes as a woman, she just wants someone who she can release that information to. So most women don't sit around and just talk to their friends about their personal business. like you'll speak about some things, but the person that you really want to go to is your partner, the person that you're laying with, the person that you're communicating with, and you're supposed to be able to release your darkest secrets to. So when she gets off of work, her calling you and venting should be something that you're okay with, just like you should be able to do it. Like I can leave. I'm about to leave the radio station at 2:30. If I call right now and he's working, he's still going to make sure that I'm able to vent to him, no matter, like we can vent no matter what, the day, the time, or whatever. And that's what's important when it comes to a relationship. Right now, it's seeming so it's seeming so one-sided. Like you want her to be there for you and listen to you, but you don't want to listen to her vent, and that's not right.
I see it
I don't
1000%
I,
different
I
than you
think the
see it.
thing is,
Really?
I don't
I
want her
see.
to listen
So
to
from
me.
what he said from the beginning, I'm just listening to what type of woman she is, and she sounds like my way or no way. She gets
Right,
what she
exactly.
wants. She go after what she wants. If it's not about her at any moment, at every time and every turn,
That's what you
it
think?
ain't. Yes, that's what I
I
got.
don't think
Because
so.
I got
That's
that
it,
from
and
the moment
that
she
is it.
gave her information
Mhm.
to saying what they were going to be, to depending on him to help her with her car, and she just met the man. Now, oh my gosh, I got this going on, and he's giving her solutions on stuff to do, and she's not taking those solutions and doing them. Sis, I don't
Thank
want
you.
to keep
That's
hearing
what
about the same
exactly what I
problems,
want.
and you're not going to fix
Exactly.
the solution. That would get on my nerves.
Exactly. That's exactly what's happening. I done helped her move a
That's all
condo,
I
clean a
heard was
condo that people
she
squatted
keeps
in and
saying, and he's
done
giving her
left her.
suggestions, and now she's back the next day. Oh my gosh, my coworker did such and such, such and such. Well, did you try such and such? No, but they get on. I don't want to hear that every day. Find the solution. I'm a solution based person. I don't want to
So
keep hearing the
that's the thing.
problem.
So say that instead of
Well,
just
that's what he said he did.
no,
Yeah,
but
that's why I
He
got
literally said that.
disrespectful.
no, but to me, I just feel like maybe it's something deeper that y'all can talk about.
And I work all day too.
Because
And if I'm tired, I'm gonna be your safe space, but give me a moment to relax. I don't
of
want
course
to.
you
I
got to
don't want to do
debrief.
that.
Like I'm not me
And it
personally,
might not be tonight.
but me personally, when I walk in the house, I like my personal time. I'm gonna chill. If I
So
come in the
imagine
house and
someone.
I really, really, really bring something up, that means it really, really impacts me. And it has to be like family related.
So
It's never
so
going to be
imagine
anything
me.
work related.
But I
So
took what you
imagine me.
said as because she's your woman, you should want to and have to do that no matter what, because that's your woman. When
Yes.
your
And I
woman
want to.
should know that that's your man and
You
he don't
both
feel like
should,
talking
but
right
it's
now.
not just the woman, but the man. They both should. And what
Mhm.
I'm getting from it is neither one of them want to compromise for one another.
I mean, I'm willing to compromise, but the issue is created a label on myself being dismissive and disrespectful because at 12:30 a.m. in the morning, after I've worked from 5 a.m. the next morning, and I've sat in the car from 9 a.m. to from 9 p.m. to 12:30 a.m., you get off work from your bar after mingling. You know how it be after work for bartenders and clubs.
Has
Sometimes you
she
get
been
right
like
off.
this from the
Sometimes
beginning?
I just met her. Yeah, she didn't really have nothing going on in the beginning. She just kind of started getting motion again. So she was unemployed, didn't have a car, had somewhere to stay, but was staying with her mom. The place she had to stay was kind of messed up. I went over there. I cleaned all the dog crap, trash, everything out the apartment, took it down the third floor,
So
threw it in the dumpster.
she don't. No offense.
She's
She
exactly who
shouldn't
I
be
said she
dating. She
was.
should be getting herself together. So she don't have time to date right now.
And she's
I
putting all
feel
of her
like that,
troubles on you. So
and
that's
that's what's
it's
happening, and that's what I feel like.
so what you gonna do about it?
That's what I'm
It's
saying. We have
over
to
with.
have
I
a
told y'all early in the
solution.
text it was over with, but I was just kind of trying to
Wait, you text
understand,
her?
like,
Nah,
oh,
I can't say
we
nothing.
we
That's
had
me.
talks. It's been ongoing. It's been an ongoing breakup for weeks. I mean, for the last week. You know what I'm saying? Because of the fact that hey, you're dismissive, and hey, I'm telling her like, Shawty, I just had, let's just hypothetically say, hey, I just had $3,500. I done spent half of that trying to fix your situation up and fix it up that you not even got dang appreciative of or trying to maintain or trying to utilize it to capitalize us to the next level where, hey, if I go take care of all your shit, and I'm saying, hey, we got these bills to pay, baby. I'm gonna pay all the bills. I'm gonna take care of everything that need to be taken care of, and I take care of everything that need to take care of, and then I turn around and say, damn, I don't got $30 to pay my phone bill. I should be able to look to you and get them fucking $30.
You should.
Yeah,
But we also hearing one side of the story
I
too. But
know,
from the
right?
side that I'm hearing, and again, I'm listening to everybody because I'm an empathetic person, so I can take the story and break it down piece by piece, like logically. And from what he said about her, she just sounds like at the end of the day, she was looking for help.
Amen.
So
But
That's
you
what
have to
I
know
do.
how to
try
weed that
I
out,
try to
though.
overlook it.
And you
I
got to
try
figure out
overlook
going
it.
forward your communication with a woman. Say, y'all need to create something like, look, when we get off of work, maybe we shouldn't talk about XYZ, blah, blah, blah. Let's set time the next day, or when we go to lunch break, let's go to lunch break at the same time every day. And we can talk about all the things that we wanted to talk about the night before so that we can have a
That's a
good
good
night.
idea. That's a good idea. That was a great idea right there. That was a great idea.
Mm-hmm.
That was a great idea. Because I don't mind talking. I don't mind having that conversation, but I think it'll be next chapter moving forward because where I am, like I say, I work, I go to school, I go to church, and all of these things I do on my own, not in a relationship, not looking for nobody, not praising nobody, not posting it, like it's just things that I do to better myself. But if I'm bettering myself and I'm carrying the burden of both of us, and like, yeah, I'm gonna give y'all one more example. Just of time and opportunity.
We
to
got to
talk.
make it
I
quick
get in the
though, because
car.
we about to close
Okay,
out.
I'm sorry, I held y'all up. But yeah, we in the car. She talking to me 35 minutes. I don't say nothing. She say, before she started talking, hey, I don't need you to say anything. I just want you to listen because I know, you just getting off work. I know you're tired. She talks about whatever she wants to talk about for 35 minutes. I'm looking at the clock myself. She hates when I look at the clock because she feels like I'm being dismissive and disrespectful because I'm timing her talk. I get that also, but you're not realizing you're talking a whole nother hour after you said you don't want me to, say anything, you're going to make it quick. So then she gets done talking and she says, so what do you have to say? I said, I don't have anything to say. She looked at me and said, that's fucked up. You don't have shit to say. I needed an answer. I want you to say something. But in the beginning of your conversation, you said, I don't have to say nothing. You just want me to listen to you express yourself.
It's a woman.
I'm confused.
We women. That's just I don't know what to tell you. That's just
I don't have a
women.
response for that. Like that's just
that's a woman.
Yeah.
If you want to date a woman, that's just some of the unfortunate places that you have to be in dealing with a woman. Just give her an answer and just be like, I don't want to dive deep, but this is what my quick answer will be. We can talk about it more tomorrow. Now, if you keep going, cut her. You got to put your big boy pants on and be like, look, I don't want to talk about it anymore. She get mad, she just get mad. But you gave her a
And
response.
that's where we at. That's where we at.
But give
And
her the
that's all
response.
I
Don't
can
say I don't want to hear it and I don't have a response. Just give her a response.
Hey, Kim, man, I appreciate y'all. What's
Wait,
y'all
look at
podcast
PJ.
show? 'Cause I need to get on y'all podcast one day.
It ain't a
We don't do
podcast.
podcasts, baby. We do live radio.
Well, live radio. I'm sorry. Forgive me.
All right. Well, thank you for calling in.
My radio indiscretion.
Period. All right. You have a good day.
But, y'all
Look at PJ.
PJ said, brother, that bar life need venting almost every night. Oh, it went away.
It come back.
Okay. It's coming back. And we're getting ready to close out. So, communication style. Again, like I said, there's always a reaction to your action. Take accountability for your actions and figure out a solution if you really want to be with that person. 14 hours out of the day, find time to talk to each other. If you don't want to talk about it, schedule a time to talk. Even when you have arguments, I had to learn because I was the shutdown queen. If I don't want to talk, I'm just not going to talk. I had to be like, look, I don't want to talk right now. When I get off of work tomorrow at 5:00, let's sit down and talk about it then. That way, they're not bothering me no more. They don't have to go on through their whole day wondering and blowing me up all day, and I'm ignoring. Now we both get to have a peaceful night. We get to have a peaceful day the next day, and I have to really commit to having that conversation, whether I want to or not, because I gave the time to have the conversation at 5:00 the next day. So that's just a form of communication and understanding. If y'all have that lifestyle to where your schedules are completely different, you just have to schedule it like you would schedule everything else. Make sure your relationship is just as important as your business. You got anything? She done with him.
I'm mute.
She
Mute and cute.
You ain't feeling him.
Not
him as a person.
It wasn't him as a
The
person. I just
conversation. We're
wasn't
talking
feeling
about the
some of the
conversation.
conversation. I just wasn't feeling the conversation.
So what were you feeling on his end? And we're gonna get out of here.
What you mean?
What do you? So because I had a totally different outlook.
You did.
And then
But
your
so
outlook.
that's the thing. Some of your outlook I understood, but a lot of his I felt like no, never mind.
No, say it. Like he was trying to sell himself.
Because I mean, the whole car thing, if you don't know a man, you don't really know that he knows what he's talking about when it comes to that. So, I mean, because I found myself when I first started talking to somebody, I'll call my dad and ask him, like, so-and-so said I should do this. Do you think this right? So you're calling for reassurance. So that shouldn't have been a problem. She just met you. So she's calling somebody else for reassurance in an issue. I'm pretty sure you do it. But for you guys not to be able to communicate, that's the
First
ultimately
problem.
that's the ultimate no because if you can't communicate with a person,
It's not gonna go anywhere.
it's never gonna go anywhere. Communication is key.
Mhm.
I mean, we friends, we have to communicate, you know.
Yep.
So it's like,
Yep. So y'all gotta do better on communication. Hopefully she stop dating until she get on her feet. Cause I'm not in a mood if
and
I'm broke.
P-Jo's right. She's going to vent to someone that's willing to listen, especially at the bar.
She probably vented all night to everybody at the bar and then got in the car and vented to him too. Guarantee. Guarantee. Bartenders and servers, they become your best friends. They vent. So I just need sis to get her life together. I need him to stop picking up people in the club.
Right. I have a rule. I do not date a person that I met in the club.
Especially, and there's nothing wrong, again, that goes with the masculine versus feminine woman. When he said she gave him her card and said, God said this and that and the third, she was already running that relationship when he took the card. Because men don't like that type of approach. That would be a turnoff to most men. So she was already, in her mind, she's used to running relationships.
Like I would.
But it couldn't have been that much of a turnoff. Because because he called her. She gave her card.
No, I'm saying he never said he was turned off. This is coming out of my mouth. I'm not speaking for him. I'm saying most men don't like women that are that aggressive.
Because I would never.
An alpha man ain't going for it. He ain't. An alpha man is not going to accept a woman telling him when, where, and what's going on. So those are that's the woman that would propose to you.
But see, I'm an alpha female, but I do not like. I like you to call, baby. Be ready at 7. We going to so and so and so and so. Or you ain't got to tell where we going, baby.
Yeah.
Be ready at 7. This is the attire, and I'm all good.
Some women don't like that.
I love it.
Some women be like,
take charge.
I need to know where we going.
Please take charge.
And who all gonna be there,
baby? I like mine down to the point where mine called me, baby. Tuesday I'm going to get your oil change. Like,
so that don't make it that. Yeah, you're not full on alpha because you submit. That's a form of submission.
But you can be an alpha female and still submit.
Right. Same here.
Because like I'm an alpha.
Own business,
right.
So we don't have a
so
choice.
I don't have a right. So business, I am alpha, but in my relationship, I submit 100%.
Right, and not being a pushover is kind of alpha because I'm too much of a pushover. I need to tap into that the little masculine side of me for stuff like that. But yeah, I'm not gonna give you my card in a bar.
Never.
And tell you to call me and I'm sorry. P.J. said, Kels, you missed my point there. Sir, I'm not looking on you. I'm trying to have a show. And you refuse to call in. All right, so we got to get out of here. We are like overtime.
Yes, we are.
Sunshine, she got a lot to say. I see it in her face. I see it in her face. So again, you are tuned in to the L.I.C.K show on Wednesdays. It's Wine and Women Wednesdays, where we talk to the women, we give advice, and trying to grow and develop women. We try not to bash the men, but if y'all come on here talking about, I don't want to hear y'all shish, then it is what it is. You got to read something.
So, Boss Man Management said, you women make it difficult to vent because when we want you and don't want to lose you, honestly, honestly, it's hard for us to vent to women. Reactions be aggressive, so communication is harder than you think.
Yep. I agree.
I agree 100%.
And literally, this is why I'm doing the show the way that I'm doing it, and I'm not making it a battle of the sexes to have men to come in here and talk about things, and why I want to speak to women, because we don't take accountability for a lot of our things. And I listen to a lot of the complaints that men have, to where I want to speak to women on what men are saying, because everybody ain't on podcasts all day like
But
me.
You know what? I listen to podcasts all day. Like me and mine, we send podcasts back and forth to each other all day. But the one thing that I always get from women is, you're always on the man's side. I'm not on the man's side. I'm not on the women's side. I'm on the side that I feel like is correct. And again, it's a personal opinion. But as when we're not always correct, we're not the easiest to talk to. And in society, we make it hard for men to be able to come home and be vulnerable.
Yep.
So that's my opinion. So they can call me a pick me. They can call me whatever they want to call. Because they always coming at me.
Me too. And that's what you're going to get on this show. So we're going to give the right. It is not always, women are always right. Happy spouse, happy house is crap. It's not always that either. We make mistakes. We need to grow and we need to work on ourselves. And when the men stop doing the things that they're doing, it's probably something that we did or we didn't do. All right. So That is Wine and Women Wednesday, and we'll be back with my girl next Wednesday.
I'll see y'all next Wednesday, y'all.
Period. I'll be back on Friday, Fun Day Friday. You can come through if you want to. I know she got a whole hair salon, so she like, I got time to be up here every day now.
But Wednesdays are really my off days. I only do VIP clients on Wednesdays, but I do them in the evening.
Okay.
So I be off.
All right, so you're tuned into the L.I.C.K Show on Hits 92.3. At 4 o'clock, we got Unbox Top 10. At 5 o'clock, we got Go to Truth. And at 6 o'clock, we got Relationship Advice from a Single Guy. He still be having them phone calls lit. They be in them. You got to tune in at 6 o'clock. The man be tripping. So that's what we have on Wednesday nights. And we have our flagship show, All Hustle No Fear, from 8 to 10 every Monday through Friday. I'll see y'all on. Oh, actually, I did say I want to do it for tomorrow because it's already in my mind. I'm going to walk up Stone Mountain if anybody wants to come. I want to be there at 10 a.m. But you said it was another place that's closer. So I might look into that. But since I've already put it out there for Stone Mountain, then I'm going to just stick with Stone Mountain. But
y'all going to walk the mountain?
I'm going to walk the mountain tomorrow. Even if I go solo dolo, I'm going to walk the mountain. And I'm going to change my date. So on Tuesdays, it's going to be geared to some type of workout. So whether we hiking, whether we're doing yoga, I want to do, and I got natural hair and I got my hair out. I want to do hot yoga again.
I want to try that.
Fun. When I say it was 90 degrees and I felt amazing. Like I felt amazing while I was in there. Sweat was all in my eyes. I didn't even care. It's get it out. But I felt amazing afterwards. And it's a lot different to me than regular yoga because it's like loosening all your bones. So I'm going to find a place closer to do hot yoga. I did that with the guy that did this thing.
I'm done.
So yeah, Tuesdays will be geared to some type of physical activity. My show will be Monday, Wednesday, Friday in studio. Tuesdays and Thursdays, I'm still doing my show outside of studio, just doing something interactive. So yeah, that is that. And you're tuned into the L.I.C.K Show, Hits 92.3. Y'all have a good day. Peace.
Decatur, Lithonia, Conyers, Covington, McDonough, and all surrounding areas. Something Special Bar and Lounge presents Music Bingo and Karaoke. That's right, you heard me. Music Bingo and Karaoke every Wednesday at Something Special Bar and Lounge. On the 1 and 2s, we got DJ P-Joe. Not to mention, we got the host with the most, KELZ. We got drink specials, plus the full kitchen, seafood dip, salmon bites, sweet heat wings, jerk chicken egg roll. From 5 to 7 is our happy hour. Mix and match, 2 items, looking for good vibes, delicious drinks, delicious food. Something Special Bar and Lounge, 1377 Old McDonough Highway, Conyers, Georgia. The best spot on the east side. Express lunch on the go. Not to mention now open for lunch from 11 to 3 Monday through Friday. Look us up on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. Something Special Bar and Lounge.